mysteries unknown, there are secrets at bay. You gave us some answers, but we're here to play. The breakdown is coming, the stage is all set. We prepared for the odds, are you ready yet?
Hello and welcome to Discord Murder Party, a fun game night with friends where nothing bad happens, also known as the #1 trending TV show on DoesTheDogDie.com. I'm your host, Kristen Trawczynski, Murder God is fictional, and this is my cast in their very first video essays, starting with Adric with Eldritch Moms and Why We Love Them.
Is this a comment on the fact that I'm a monster fucker?
I'm not saying anything other than the title of your video essay. You're the one that filled it in for me.
You added your.
God damn it.
Like, you
I fell into the trap card.
Alex with Ryan Gosling's acting as garbage, and here's why.
Come on down to Ryan Gosling's acting range. It gets smaller every year. We'll teach you how to play everything. Guys from the 1920s, guys from the 1930s, guys from the 1940s, guys from New York, guys from Brooklyn, guys from Queens.
I can't help but notice that it all sounds the same.
It gets smaller every year.
Okay.
What about guys from Los Angeles in the 2000s?
Incorrect.
Okay, we've got Brodingles with I Fixed Hitch.
Listen, Alex Hitchens is a completely underutilized character. It is, in fact, a very good character concept that is just it's not explored well enough in the idea of Hitch. The idea of somebody that was locked out of love and therefore tried to teach other people how to experience it but would not allow himself to is actually very interesting, and I think it should be fixed, and I think it would make a good series. Anyway.
Bro, I didn't actually need the intro to your video essay. Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm so glad we got it.
We've got JoJo with We Need to Talk About Sound Design.
You're right, we do need to talk about sound design and how a lot of it nowadays is so good, but sometimes people with money, aka big studios with money, waste all their money on visuals when the real story goes into the fucking sound.
Okay, guys, I didn't actually ask for the start of your video essays. This is just the title. I didn't realize I was actually assigning you all video essayist kin, but I guess I am. Okay.
That was a video essay? I just went off. Holy fuck.
A lot. You'd be amazed how many video essays are just people going off. Anyway, Juno with If Buff Women Are Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right.
Listen, muscular women are beautiful as heck. You guys are just cowards.
Correct. Jordan with Playing Every Flavor of Himbo for Fun and Profit.
I like big boys.
You realize this is going to become like a YouTube problem, and we might actually get the Twitch video turned off.
I turned it off.
Okay, Queen with Why You Should Own a Cat.
You shouldn't.
Wow, I was really surprised that
I would
you
have to
went there.
fucking disagree with you. I have 3 fur babies and they're excellent.
No, I have to agree. I have to heavily agree, considering they kill.
Okay.
I feel wounded.
Okay. Scott with The Rise of the Soft Boy in Media.
So Moxie is the true protagonist of Hell of a Boss. Discuss.
No, you're right.
You're right.
You're right.
He's right and he should say it.
Okay.
He is right.
Uprising with Geckos Are Good, actually.
I don't know why it's good, actually. They've always been good. Second of all, I didn't say first of all, but second of all, if I could, I would show you my gallery of literally thousands of gecko pictures, which I sometimes unleash during DMP meetings. And thirdly, why have a cat when you can have a gecko? Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk.
I raised my hand. I have a question.
Yes, sir?
Why is it that they always try to run in front of my bicycle wheel?
Because sometimes they get depression. And
Lastly, we have Split Guardian with the myth and legacy of Florida man who apparently accidentally runs over geckos like a monster.
No, you never actually try to run over gecko. They just run out in front of you, and you're like, oh shit. Fucking listen. I can't chronicle to you the entire myth and legacy of Florida man.
It's a series.
Florida man is a state of being. It's a trait passed down by generation to generation. I know an exact Florida man in the Twitch chat right now. I'm looking at the bird.
Aggressive. All right.
Well, I also had a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why have a cat when you can have Geico? 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on
Guys, okay, we're moving on. Alright, so, hi, so Discord Murder Party, this is a thing that we do occasionally. If this is your first stream, I cannot help you. We are so deep into this lore at this point. If you're confused, please check out, the DMP Recap on Internet Remix's YouTube channel. You can also check out the logs that will get you caught up, because, there's a lot that is currently happening, and if you start at this episode, you're gonna be so confused. Okay, other stuff. Wheel spin stuff. Right, so if you see that bar down at the bottom there, whenever it fills with 2,000 bits or 20 American dollars, we spin the wheel, which can cause all kinds of crazy stuff to happen. If it doesn't happen this episode, it will happen another time. I will give folks a warning that we are quickly coming up on a time where wheel spins will no longer be accessible for a while, so I'm just letting you guys know, if you want to influence things, you have a very brief window in which to do it. Alright, lastly, content warning. So, this stream may include themes of strong language, violence, and descriptions / sudden loud noises of psychological and bodily horror. This does not necessarily mean that every episode will include those things, but viewer discretion is advised. Thank you! On that note, let's, get to it. That's not right. Fuck. Maybe I could go with a religious angle? Maybe... No, he never gave any information about the fucking monks. And I'm not sure how I'd make the jump from the monastery to acting. Like... What the fuck is his motivation? At least if I knew, I could work out a wish. Fuck. Okay. Adjust some things here, make sure that my music isn't drowning me out. I can't just ask him what his motivation is, he doesn't fucking know. Not to mention, that's clumsy as fuck, the author just directly asking the character in the fucking text. Well, I guess it doesn't say much for previous chapters, does it? It's better if he can bounce off my cast, so... maybe something like this? Okay. Drink. Chaos, homicide, quiet get together. Let's see who will expire. The god of fate is ready to... yeah, I'm not a lyricist. Okay, whatever. Scenario 1. A play about monks. Here's a spiel I would write in that I'm not entitled... Monks! Sarcastic commentary. Everyone introduce yourselves! Right, okay, so everyone introduce yourselves. Yeah, whatever. I'm Vincent Marshall Reed and I need a drink. Of course you do. I'm Britishly back to my notes to disguise the fact that I'm the killer again because our host is unoriginal. Wow, who could have foreseen that I'm also the killer? This is a sarcastic one-liner. Well, shucks, y'all! I've never been in a play before! I was stagehead once, so I'm going to focus on that and not on my horrible guilt complex. Oh goodness, this is all terribly confusing. I'm a fish out of water and I'm doing my best. I'm trying on all the costumes at once. It's funny when children say fuck. Park the car at Harvard Yard, Bonnie Brooklyn aside. Did you know if you step on both pedals on your car at once, it takes a screenshot? What? I'm Dr. McGillicuddy and... fuck. Right. Can't believe I missed the bastard. He was an absolute pain in the ass, but his voice was great for bouncing off everyone else. But now I have Steven, so... Let's see. Well, that was a lovely show, Miss Garden. I'm agreeable to a fault in every situation. God, and that's part of the problem. I don't get what his place is in the cast. He just is whatever the scenario calls for and nothing else. He's practically another mask, but he can't be a mask because he's here and he's a person, and I can't write for them. this whole thing has always been about telling people stories, but Steven doesn't have a story. He's empty. If I can't work with what's around me, then what's left? I don't have any pieces. Stop! Stop doing that! Stop! I'm trying! I said I have to become fate, but I didn't actually mean it! That's all part of the fucking plot. It doesn't mean I can't still be me. I know I talked big about running the show, but this whole thing has always been about the characters. I can't just walk back on that. The whole point was that they all choose to fight me. So... Stop! Fuck! Maybe that's the problem. I said I'd be fate. That ink's dry. But I keep just letting the characters decide most of the script. And I can't... Well, fate can't do that. We all have roles to play, and I'm still not playing mine. Except for all the blood and death, I guess. Which is... getting easier. Is it bad that it's getting easier again? I don't know anymore. I just wanted to help. How do I do that when I have to decide things all by myself? It's all so big, and I'm just me. And that has to stop, but I don't know how. I don't have any words.
Thank you so much for your donation.
What? A donation? Whoa! Chat, calm down. We're not in a game. It's not like I can spin the wheel. Wait. Is this a script? Okay, listen. I know I have some decent writers out there in the audience, but... Wait. Who wrote this? Because, this is actually pretty good. You even got my lines right, whoever you are. But it's not like this is actually Steven's story. I can't just... Actually, wait. Why can't I? Who says I have to tell a character's story perfectly? It's not like I haven't left out details for drama before. And I'm fate. Technically, once I ascend, it doesn't matter what anyone's story was. I'm the one writing everything. Steven's story can be whatever I want. Actually, this whole void can be whatever I want. As long as I'm being the villain, I can do whatever I want. I can just choose to take inspiration from elsewhere and then just... whatever I say goes. Yeah. Alright. Let's do this. Let's be fate.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Crane. Jay Gatsby is a bitch.
That's what I've been saying!
Well, okay, no one was questioning whether or not he was, but he was also a simp, and we need to know to what degree of simp he was.
I don't know what a simp is.
Well, Junior, isn't that the point of The Great Gatsby? Gatsby's wealth was fabricated, and ultimately the balance of class prevented him from achieving the American dream. Society turned him into a simp for Daisy because that was the only means of mobility he had.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's all well and good, but how'd y'all get here from Gone with the Wind?
Because somebody won't stop talking about The Great Gatsby.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but does this have anything to do with the original book and, you know, the later film to movie adaptation?
Haley, why didn't you say anything last time?
I didn't get a chance. You went off for like a minute straight.
Oh.
Why are you all talking about simps?
They are having book club.
I wanted the Cat in the Hat, but they said no.
Oh, right, that's a thing you do. Well, whatever. I have a story for you all now, so enough of these lesser authors and all that.
Yo, excuse me. F. Scott Fitzgerald authored a veritable American classic.
Again, very off topic.
Are you seriously saying that you're a better author than an American classic?
Yes, I am the author. We've been over this. Anyway, I have great news! Steven, I have your story!
Steven cannot even remember his story. Where did you get it?
The void has its ways. Don't worry your little head over it. Listen, when inspiration strikes, you work with it. So, Steven, what do you say we put on a little play?
Oh, I would love to.
Excellent! Well then, the actors are prepared, the stage is set. Please enjoy. This theater production is not going well. Alright, so, cast and crew, gather round. I need to turn the music down a little bit. It's opening night of our big show, Faust, Turn on the Dark, the anime, the play, and I am so excited. All the blood, sweat, and tears that have been poured into this production are finally about to pay off. We have a full house out there tonight, and after all the preparation, I'm sure nothing can possibly go wrong. Right, before we go on, let's do a quick rundown of the cast and crew. Shit, I have 13 here and I only need 10. That's awkward. Sorry, Ezra, Grace, Tommy, I need this space. Guess I'm gonna break all your bones and then have you explode.
What?
You could have just sent us back to the lounge,
Yeah,
you
but you know,
bitch.
somebody had to break a leg, and besides, I used to do this like all the time, and like, why did I stop? Anyway, introducing our cast, starting with, of course, our star here, Faust himself, Stephen Cutter.
I know not who this Stephen Cutter is. I'm sure he is in a lesser establishment. Mine is a place of great respect, and I will be referred to as Dr. Faust. Thank you.
My apologies, Dr. Faust. You're so good at being in character. And of course, you have our leading lady, Vivian Avray.
Oh, bonjour. Je m'appelle Vivian Avray. Comment allez-vous aujourd'hui?
There's so much French happening in this show this season, and I do not know why.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. It's just a little prank I play on new troop members, you know, and this is a lot of new troop members. Quentin, where did you find all of them?
I don't quite recall, actually. But if we have bodies, then we have bodies. We could really use the stagehands.
Yeah, exactly. We could use the stage hands, and somebody has to set up all these cosplays. Don't worry about it. That was my music. There we go. Don't know why that stopped. Well, anyway, Quentin, by the way, you're also here. You are, of course, an excellent director. I'm just here as your stage manager. Don't worry about it.
Of course it goes without saying.
Of course. And, of course, we have Anton DeLong here.
Oh, I don't know why it took so long to get to me. After all, I thought we were going to have you having a good show this season, but it seems with more hands, it'll make light work.
Well, it's because we had to spend so much time getting you set up in the, the ropes, the pulleys. You have to do that whole action swing where you save a baby when it falls to the ground. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Right. And of course, we have Vincent Reed.
That would be me. What am I doing?
Oh, don't worry.
This is a play?
Yeah, you just have to pull these pulleys and make sure that nobody dies.
Oh, backhand. I can definitely do that.
Yes.
Stage crew.
Yes. Speaking of stage crew, we also have Junior here.
Not really looking forward to that dramatic baby save. Oh god. Okay, that's
my baby.
I'm sure you'll do okay, Junior.
It'll be fine.
It's better be fine.
We have Percy here in full magical girl getup.
You know, when I said this was all a show and we were playing parts, I didn't think we were taking this so literally.
Don't worry about it. I just need you listen, when the Evangelion theme kicks in, I need you to just fucking sing, okay? Get in the fucking robot when it's your turn, Percy.
Okay then.
Don't worry about it. We have Haley Huang.
Wow, I haven't been part of a pit orchestra since, high school.
Remember, you have to play every instrument, so good luck.
I only have one mouth.
Well, you're gonna have to figure it out. That sounds like a human limitation that you were going to have to get over. Listen,
You try playing multiple instruments at one time.
I can! That's because I'm a god! Get with the program, Haley, Jesus! Alright, we have Princess Valencia Lynch.
You know, I actually think I'm probably not very well suited for any of this, but I could help you with the pit orchestra.
That would be greatly appreciated.
There you
There are
go,
multiple
Raquel.
piano parts.
If you're gonna complain about it, fine. You can have a second person in the pit orchestra, I guess.
thank you.
And last but not least, we have Thorin Blue.
I didn't memorize the script. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know there was a script.
Shh, sweetie.
What's my part?
Don't worry.
You don't understand your part? You're the baby in the stunt.
Oh, this is going to be a nightmare.
Please
Oh,
tell
he'll be
me that you at
fine.
least have some stuntman experience, Thorin.
Yes, of course I do have stuntman experience.
This is wonderful.
I wouldn't know what I would do if you didn't. All right, let's get Thorin wrapped up.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Well, now that we've listed everyone up, all right, everybody put your hands in. This is gonna be a great opening show. You're all gonna do great. I fully believe that. Everyone get out there, break a leg.
Lord of mercy.
And we'll get into...
Let's go, Anton, sweetheart.
Oh, of course, of course.
Alright, so, everyone's getting going. Okay, so, murderers. So, preparing for a play is a long, grueling process. And tensions may, perhaps, get a little high over time. Tensions from all kinds of things. The wrong leads being chosen, budget cuts forcing weird decisions, personality clashes. And if tensions were, to say, push a handful of you into causing a few accidents, well, you're artists after all. If it's not surprising that you're a little disturbed, I think it's not surprising. Right, so, who's the unlucky one? Alright, thank you, murderers. Alright, Seer! Everybody says you're an empath. Well, okay, you say you're an empath, but you took a BuzzFeed quiz, and that said so, you know, it's accurate. You just innately understand what other people are feeling, and you take that into yourself. Sometimes it's a lot, but tonight, it may even save your cast and crew from disaster. Tell me, who are you getting a read on this evening? Alright, good choice. Bodyguard. Thank goodness we have security here to protect us from ourselves. You're so good at your job, you're even keeping an eye on things backstage. Does it look like somebody's in danger to you? Maybe you should watch their back. Alright, good choice, good choice. Last but not least, we have the gardener. I'm not even gonna bother with flavor text because we all know how these things go. You're just here to put on a good performance and keep everybody's spirits up. Whether it's with little notes or gifts or whatever, you're just here to take care of the team. Speaking of which, who do you want to give a gift to this evening? You know what I mean. Listen, we've all been here. We all know how these games go. Why am I even bothering? You get it, right, audience? You guys like it when I do this? Let me know if you still like it when I do the whole Mafia spiel. I worry this is getting repetitive. Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay. Oh, you guys actually missed the rolls. Good to know. Thank you for the feedback, everybody. It's so nice to be able to actually read the chat now. I missed this. All right. Thank you, Gardner. Thank you so much, chat. I should talk to you more often. It's nice being able to actually talk to you. Okay, well, now that that's all done, let's begin.
Okay, sheet music's all in order. Val, you got your piano parts?
Yes, I do. It's flying everywhere.
Okay, so,
Alright, good.
lovely performance last night. You're fine. Lovely performance. Few things. First of all, Steven, you got a little note. It says, "Hello, Steven. I can see you're into your character already, but honestly, that doesn't surprise me. You always work so hard, and I know you're going to pull this off perfectly. Break a leg, Steven."
I'm sure whoever this Steven is, he would enjoy this letter. I, on the other hand, need to make my address more clear so this postage mix-up does not happen again.
Alright, well, so that's great. Now there's, okay, so those first couple of scenes went really well, but I do have a few notes. The main note being that, it would seem in his dramatic swing to catch baby Thorin, oh no, my baby, Anton was dropped from the rafters and has tragically died.
What?
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 Anton!
The baby, not a stunt actor.
Oh no.
Somebody's got to call 911.
This wasn't in the script.
Oh, well, I mean, accidents like this usually aren't. But the show must go on! Hey, while we're all sitting here in the green room trying to process our grief, why don't we think about who might have done it?
Okay, yes, the show must go on.
I haven't done this. First of all, I haven't run Mafia in so long. Would you guys like to choose a leader?
Well, sure, why not? I am the director, of course.
Yes, of course. We can always count on Quentin.
If there's to be an investigation, a director would probably be the best to lead it.
Alright, do I
Can't say no
hear
to that.
any nays?
Nope.
Alright, congratulations, Quentin. Wow, look at you stepping up as a director. I should take notes. Okay, well, since you're the leader, you now get 2 votes, and you guys have 10 minutes to try to figure out who killed your friend? We can all admit that it's friend in quotation marks now that he's dead, right? Okay.
Right,
Oh, his role. Sorry about that. I totally forgot amongst all this stuff. I should also mention that he was the seer. So he died. Really, I probably should have known. I did give him the role
Why
of
do I
seer.
feel a sudden rage?
It's the irony of theater. The seer always dies first.
I don't feel too happy about that.
This happens every time we
What
play
a
Mafia.
shame.
Right, but let me point something to you, Thorn. Thorn, you told me that you were a stuntman, yes?
Well, a self-taught stuntman.
Self-taught?
I mean, I've only been doing it since I was like 6, so I don't.
How old are you now? I employed a child. I thought you were just short. Oh, this is horrific.
That is a blatantly unsafe. That is a blatantly unsafe work practice.
It absolutely is. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm flabbergasted. I don't know it. You are legally not allowed to work here.
Really? Why'd you employ me?
Because I thought you were short. I thought you were just
You should have paid more closer attention. Does my voice sound like a grown man?
I thought you were just small.
Didn't you do a background check?
Yeah, I feel like
in this day and
this
age,
would be
no,
standard.
fucking course not.
No, you all kind of just showed up at the door unexpectedly, and we're more than happy to let new troop members in all the time. But at the same time, we only had 1 minute to do the background check, and that didn't really happen, so...
Oh, please, no, I understand what they're talking about. Seriously don't understand why having a child in the play is such a big deal.
I mean, children.
Well, there's
do
a lot of
plays all the
moving
time.
bells and whistles around the stage, and a lot of those can hurt the kids. So, sorry, kid. Yeah.
Legally, it would be a liability that could shut this production down.
Hold on.
Dr. Faustus
You
is
ever heard
correct.
of a test dummy?
Oh, is that
And,
multiple
the
nominations
costumes?
that I hear? Can I hear any formal accusations? Oh, I miss saying this stuff.
I formally accuse the director for blatant disregard of the safety regulations and
You're going to
hiring
formally
process.
accuse me?
Yeah!
What do you know about law?
I was a lawyer once.
Oh, no.
Right. No, sit
Don't-
back down, Thorn, please.
No,
I
Quentin.
will not! I
Quentin-
bite my thumb at you, sir.
Oh, you bite your thumb at me.
Oh! Well, he's well-versed, at least.
Okay, well, I need a secondary accusation for anything to happen. So if no one's gonna back up on the director thing, I just need people to continue.
Well,
Yeah.
how could we possibly vote out the child when he is so well-versed in Shakespeare?
And
Well,
it's
in the interest
fairly
of
normal.
in the interest of keeping him safe.
Hold on, I think Mr. Reed had something to say.
It is fairly normal to have children in plays. I'm just saying. They are.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have you never seen a child play?
The thing is, technically speaking, there is supposed to be some sort of adult that watches over the child, unless one of us are taking liability for Thorn, which one of us could very easily. Then it
Would
is
that be you?
somewhat of an issue. Maybe.
So you're taking liability for the child?
I guess it's up to Thorin.
Hold on. I think we're getting really off track. I know I'm like... Okay, so... What happened during the accident that got him killed in the first place? Shouldn't we be more worried about that?
Thorin, he dropped from the rafters.
Incredibly well.
Yeah, he slipped on the rafters and he fell.
Yeah.
So who put the rafters up?
The
It
people
would
who
have to
built
be
the
one of the
theater.
stage. It would have to be one of the stage crew.
Stage crew?
Stage crew.
What
know.
have
Those
you
are
to
numbers
say
now.
for yourselves?
Stage crew, a good chunk of us.
I'm not a stage crew.
What are? Yeah, you're.
Belle and I were in the pit.
You're in the pit. Do you not? So have I been the only person doing all the stage shit this whole time?
No, the other two people on stage crew would be Mr. Blackwood as well as Junior. What?
There's
Do you have a last
no last name. It's just Junior, sir.
Right,
Junior,
Mr.
no
No
last
last name, Mr. Blackwood and Mr. Reed were all on stage crew.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Or two of you.
There's no way I was moving all that shit with just a couple ropes.
Well, I mean, I don't want... Sorry, I don't want to accuse anyone. I mean, I don't see how any of you could have done this. Maybe it was just an accident?
Unfortunately, that's not how these things work.
You have 4.5 minutes.
Oh god, you're back on
we
that.
have a show soon.
Yes, the breaks don't normally last for long, yes.
Nancy, you couldn't see anything from the pit? Can't you see a good angle into the rafters?
No. Oh goodness, it's so dark over there with the pianos, and then there's a little cover, so the only thing I can really see is the chins of some of the people on stage.
Yeah, plus we gotta look at our sheet music the whole time. We gotta know where our cues are.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
If I might for a moment, Mr. Reed, you mentioned just a second ago that that's not how this works, or you said that it wasn't an accident.
No, I didn't say that.
Did you do something that I should know about?
No. I didn't do anything other than what you were directing me to do.
I formally accuse Vincent Marshall Reed.
Oh.
Really?
I shall second the accusation.
Okay, can I hear the prosecution?
The prosecution is, at the suggestion of there being an accident for Antoine, God rest his soul, to fall and die, Vincent denied that, as if he were to know that there was something else in place. Yes?
Oh, me and my big fucking mouth. Alright,
Can I hear your defense, Finny? Oh no, looks like you're in hot water.
Oh, shut up. Junior, I guess they got me on this one, huh?
Hey, normally it's me that picks you out. It looks like Anton's good. Well, Quentin. Looks like Quentin's good.
Yeah, Anton's dead.
Well, our dear director, you are a fairly clever man. Unfortunately, even though I'm incredibly innocent, I don't exactly have a defense.
Well, that's a damn shame. Let's vote. Alright, voting to remove Vinny from the production. Haley, yay or nay?
Yay, I guess.
Okay.
I can't argue with the logic here.
Junior, yay or nay?
Get a drink on your way out, Vinny.
Already on it.
Okay, Percy, yay or nay?
I'm sorry, Mr. Reed.
Don't worry. This is not the focus. Just vote.
Okay. Quentin, yay or nay?
I do not want insubordination in my crew, and I do not want blood on my stage. I vote yes.
Oh, you're so inspiring. Steven, yay or nay?
Who are you talking to?
Dr. Faust.
I will not have this man sabotage our work. Goodbye, Mr. Reed.
Thorin, yay or nay?
Okay.
Alright. Valencia, yay or nay?
Well, I will go with the majority, which is yay.
Alright, Vinny, yay or nay for your own death?
For once, I have been pushed into a corner, and it was my own fault. So, sure.
Vivian, yay or nay?
Well, I mean, if Monsieur Reed says he's innocent, then I'm inclined to believe him, so I have to say no.
Wow,
that's very sweet.
It's a single nay. That's very sweet of you. Unfortunately, everyone else in the cast disagrees, so I guess, Vinny, it's...
Oh.
Time to push you off the stage.
Now, hold on. Do I get final words?
You get final words, yes.
Wonderful. Sorry, not Steven. Steven's not here. Dr. Faust.
What?
I just have to mention, I didn't see you do a whole lot to resuscitate.
There are some wounds that cannot be brought back from. Every sensible doctor knows this.
And I think I'll leave it at that. Alright, what am I doing? Jumping off the stage?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna break more bones and have you explode. I really enjoyed that.
God, you suck!
Oh.
Oh man, that was... Oh, it feels so good. Oh, good shit.
Those effects are getting more advanced, don't you think?
I did not...
That was not an effect.
It was an effect, don't worry about it. Alright, everyone back on stage. Let's get back to it.
Alright.
Alright. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, right, his role was townsfolk. My bad. Sorry, it's been so long. I'm out of practice. Whoops. Yeah, so... Did not get a murderer. Big surprise. Who could have foreseen that? So, murderers. Oh, you already... Alright, good choice. Okay, the seer is dead. So, that's out. Unfortunate. Bodyguard. You know what? Good on you! You already know what you're gonna do! I love the proactiveness of this cast! Alright, and last but not least, waiting on the gardener. How you doing, chat? You having a good time? Did you miss Mafia? I missed Mafia a little bit. No, I missed Mafia a lot, actually. Like, remember when this used to be, like, all we did? Like, it was just me and you, vibing, talking about the thing. Oh, sorry, I have to get back on. Thank you, though. Alright, so, everyone back. We're on another break, another intermission. Alright, everyone come back.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, okay, so, again, a few notes. Again, we have a note for Steven. Hello again, Steven. I know what just happened was a bit of a shock to the system. Are you alright? Remember, I'm always here for you if you need to talk. Don't get too stressed. The show must go on. Good luck!
Do I need to put my name on my door so people realize this is not the office of Stephen Cutter?
Oh, you're so into things. It's great. I love this. Man, no wonder I've liked you in all the previous games. This is great. Okay, in other news, so great Act 2, guys. I'm really proud of all of you. There is, however, a tiny problem, and that tiny problem is that while you guys were acting, Quentin was stabbed.
What?
Oh my god!
I beg your pardon?
I was stabbed.
Yeah.
Burn in the broom closet. I'm fine. Oh, no, I'm not.
No.
Oh, this is
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my god. Unfortunate. He was the
I'm no
bodyguard.
doctor. I'm no doctor, but if I were a doctor, I'd be fucked. And so is the show. The show is fucked. Everything is going wrong. Stagehand, I don't know your name. Girl with the pixie cut and the notebook. You have to continue the show.
I will do my... Yes, of course, Quentin, of course.
If you don't do your best, I will literally rise from the grave and haunt you for the rest of your days.
Oh, that's
You understand?
adorable. I assure you, I will... consider it in
I will
God's
recite
hands.
Shakespeare at 3 a.m. I will do anything to keep you awake
Okay,
at night if the show
Quentin, you're
does not
dead.
go well.
Quentin, I stab you again. Oh, darn!
Again?
It would
again?
seem Quentin is dead and cannot say any more things. What a shame.
I guess I'll take the body.
Speaking of bodies, he was the bodyguard. Shame.
What will we do about our director?
Well, I'm the director now. Don't worry about it. Okay, so
okay.
I think I can work off of his notes, but since we're here on break again, you know, oh shit, you guys are gonna need another leader because Quentin's dead. Who wants to be the leader?
Jesus.
I volunteer.
Well, actually, Stephen, it's not that I don't trust you or anything. It's just, I think Madame Lynch might be quite good.
Me?
Explain.
Well, I mean, look at her dress. She's got the costume and everything. I feel that, I mean, she could probably stand up and be a lead alongside us. I think she could manage this very well, actually.
Or
My goodness.
I'm gonna second that.
witness.
Val's yeah, plus Val's been in the pitch, so you know we know that she's probably not doing any. Well, first of all, we know I heard her playing the music. Like she couldn't have snuck into the room closet. So yeah.
Okay, sure. You know what? Fine. That's a good argument. Was anyone super against Valencia Lynch being leader? Aside from Dr. Faust, I understand you have some dissent.
I do not understand this, nor do I understand why someone whose job is to be in the orchestra pit has such an elaborate costume. But if this is what the common folk want, I shall not object.
Okay, congratulations, Valencia. You are leader. You guys have 10 minutes to try to figure out who did it.
It's alright. You can be the leader next time, Stephen. It's okay.
It's getting shorter and shorter.
I'm so shocked. Well, anyway, crew, we should figure out who murdered our last leader.
A simple stabbing with the knife.
Technically, our gracious host finished him off, but yeah.
Yes, I did hear an again from our gracious host. Somehow I doubt she was at the scene of the crime when it first happened.
So, we cannot accuse her?
Oh, you can
Unfortunately,
never
no.
accuse me. Don't worry about it. You just consider me a narrator of sorts.
Alright.
Yeah, Viv. No matter how right you are, you can't accuse her.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Val
I mean, I didn't
playing
expect-
music in the pit the whole time.
I didn't expect the prop knife to be that sharp.
Wait, was it a prop knife? I don't think that looks like a prop knife.
Well, I mean...
My only assumption,
Yes?
given that Miss Lynch and Miss Wong were in the pit and can vouch for each other, would be that someone would have had enough of a grudge against the director to stab him. I can only think of one child that fits the bill.
Whoa, wait, hang on. No.
Indeed.
Now, listen, I do not hold grudges that often, but when I do, I usually tend to let them go after a short period of time, so there's no reason to blame me for that. Plus, what is a knife? I don't know how to use a knife.
I will say that Thorin is very good with his words.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Seems that way.
I need a formal
Well-
accusation.
That isn't me, because it wasn't me.
Hun, that's...
What a stunning argument.
Suspicious.
That is very suspicious, yes.
How is me saying I'm not suspicious? It doesn't make any sense. I'm just trying to be an actor, you know.
Trying to be an actor? You are a stunt person. Are you looking for a
You are
promotion?
making me nervous!
We don't mean to make you nervous, young man.
We are merely trying to figure out who would murder our director in the middle of production.
And it's most definitely not me.
Well then, who would it be?
How should I know?
Oh, well, you'd better come up with someone because you're in pretty hot water right now.
Why? I didn't.
Kid, did you see anybody in the broom closet?
No. No, I don't think so.
Wait. I have a suggestion.
Go ahead.
Well, if the young boy is saying he didn't do it, and the two people in the orchestra pit can vouch for each other. And, of course, Stephen would never do such a thing, and I think you're a very trustworthy person, Junior. The only person I can think of is, well, Monsieur Blackwood.
You have been quite quiet, Mr. Blackwood.
What else am I supposed to say? This thing happens a lot.
Well, I'm not saying that you definitely did it. It's just a thought. I'm sorry.
Percy, that's what Vinny said, and then everybody voted him out, so,
What an interesting line of dialogue that seems to track through the both of you.
Alright, I'll see how this is going. Alright. You wanna really do this, huh? Alright.
I really do. I formally accuse Mr. Blackwood.
There we go.
Okay, can I get a second for that accusation?
Well, I suppose I made the suggestion, so I shall second it.
Okay, fun. Can I hear the prosecution?
Mr. Blackwood was in the stage crew, the one that was responsible for ensuring Anton did not fall to the floor. He seemed very reluctant to be put on the stage crew by Quentin, and we cannot account for his whereabouts when Quentin was murdered. As the child seems to be believed by the rest of you, I can think of no one else.
Interesting. Your defense, Percy.
No defense here. I don't think anything I say could really make or break anything that's gonna happen here.
Come on, at least you can just do a little magical girl twirl. Okay, fine. Alright, let's vote. Haley, yay or nay for kicking Percy out of the production?
Sorry, Perk, we gotta move things along. Yay.
I get it, it's fine.
Junior, yay or nay for kicking Percy out of the production?
Hey, at least you won't be here doing this. Yay.
Percy, yay or nay for your own death?
I would say nay, but I get the feeling nothing really here is gonna change that, now is it, Miss M?
So are you gonna say yay or nay, Percy?
Nay.
Weird. Quentin's dead. Dr. Faust, yay or nay?
Did I suddenly have any reason to change my mind? I did not. Mr. Blackwood goes.
It's part of my job. Fuck you. Alright, Thorin, yay or nay?
Yes.
Okay. Valencia, yay or nay?
Nay.
Interesting. And Vivi, yay or nay?
I'm so sorry,
Okay, well, that is overwhelmingly in favor, even with your leader voting no. So, Percy, I guess I'm breaking all your bones and making you explode! Woohoo! Do you have any final words?
I don't have any line of questioning to go off of this, but I'd check the fingerprints on that knife if I were you guys.
Weird. Okay, well, anyway, goodbye! He was a townsfolk.
Oh my goodness.
Junior,
you need to tell me how you do these effects. These are remarkable.
There's a lot of magic that goes into being in the background.
Here, there's a few minutes until the next act. Why don't we play around the cards? Do you play cards?
Yeah.
So do I!
Okay, I need you guys to not play cards. Act 3 is coming up, so I'm gonna need you guys to get back on stage, actually, so...
Okay, well, maybe afterwards.
Okay, so, murderers. Let me do some quick thinking here. Okay, let me ask the murderers some things. 1, 2... do some counting real quick. As I ask some questions. Valid. Hope you all y'all are doing okay, audience. Hope you're enjoying the music. As my bodyguard says that he can't help me. Alright, well thank you, Gardner, since you were the only one left aside from the murderers. So, okay, I think that officially answers all the questions. Let's get out of here. Alright, so everyone backstage, good job, Act 3 is over, woo!
Well, yes, Val, I do know how to play guitar.
Okay, so, again, couple of notes. First of all, Steven, I have a note for you. It says,
I'm going to find this Steven person and drag him into the street and point at him so you can understand we are different people.
Dr. Faust, I apologize. It is actually addressed to Dr. Faust. I made a mistake. It says, well, we're nearing the end of the show. You're doing wonderfully, my sweet Dr. Faust. Come and play cards with us after the show if you would like. Love from your dear Marguerite. It's, splattered with blood because, Vivi's dead. Do you have any final words?
Oh my god!
Oh, Jesus.
Faust! Faust!
What is it, Marguerite?
I'm so proud of you, my love. I'll see you in heaven. Will you be there?
I wish I could lie and tell you yes.
What a touching performance. Right, like, so she was the gardener. So we have 2 murderers.
Oh, Jesus.
And at
Who did
least
this?
2 townsfolk. Possibly an extra role, who knows?
Who did this?
Who did this? That's a good question, Steven. Excuse me, Dr. Faust, my bad. There's some confusion occurring, which I think will make more sense once we get to the end of this. But, right, so if you guys don't figure out who a murderer is this round, then, I guess y'all are super fucked. Could you guys, take some time to try to figure that out before we all go back on stage for the curtain call? That would be good.
Not be much of a curtain call at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Oh my god.
let's look at what we have. Me and Haley, who are innocent, we have been watching each other playing the guitar and the piano.
Yeah.
Then there's Thorn, who has been a little bit suspicious.
Wait a
And
second.
then...
Wait a second. There's 2 murderers, aren't there?
Yeah.
And there's 2 of you in the orchestra pit. How foolish I was to think you were beneath suspicion because you vouched for each other. Of course, you 2 would vouch for each other while you were busy killing our stunt actor, killing our director, killing our Marguerite.
I was playing the instruments the whole time.
Still playing the instruments. How dare you?
Besides you guys to
Interesting for you to say that when you're on stage.
Well, where's the piano coming from then?
Which one of you is playing the
freaking
piano?
recording or something.
Kid, you know, that's factually untrue. We were in the pit.
How do we know?
How do
You said it was very covered, right?
Yes, it is very covered, and it's very hard to get in and out of. You have to go around and then up these stairs to go onto the stage or to the back rooms.
So that means that there would be no possible way for any of us to check on you guys.
Well, you could check just by looking in and
Just
seeing if we're playing.
Or you can listen to the music.
We just discussed it was covered, and our stage manager just discussed she could play all sorts of instruments at once.
It's true.
It's entirely possible there's either a recording or she's down there.
Well, there's no way she would cover for us. That would just be too kind.
Actually, I have some soundboard guys. They're very good at what they do, but regardless, continue.
Ha!
I think
In
it's
that
fool.
case, I want
I
to
think it is-
formally accuse Valencia.
I will second that accusation.
Yeah,
foolish. Spicy. Let's hear that prosecution.
Nobody can see you going in or coming out of the pit, and we can't see if you're in there or not, and there's no possible way for any of us to check on you guys if you're in there. And even if we were to look under, who would think to do that? Who would think to do that? Especially in the middle of a freaking performance. Whenever we're in the back, you guys are also in the back, so there's no possible way for us to check on you guys, therefore giving you the perfect cover-up to kill everybody.
That's a very, very good job, Thorin. Good job. All right, Valencia, your defense.
This is foolish. You're only fighting against me because you are the murderer. You know that you're in hot water because you were in hot water last round and we let you get away with it. But no, everyone's going to vote me because you're the child and no one's going to hurt you. And I'm sorry, Thorn, but this is not fair.
What's not fair is you arguing against a kid.
Oh, you're pulling the kid card, huh?
Oh man, this is so good. I missed this so much. All right, let's do some votes. Haley, yay or nay?
I'm gonna say no on this one.
Weird.
Kid's pulling the I'm a kid card. That's kind of sus.
Interesting. Junior, yay or nay?
I'm kind of torn. I have to watch Thorin, but Valencia, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody in a while. Okay. No.
Thank you. Interesting. Dr. Faust, yay or nay?
Obviously they did it. We have been over this.
Okay. Thorin, yay or nay?
Obviously, yes. And Haley, if you're doing this too, I'm coming after you next.
Interesting. Valencia, yay or nay?
No.
Okay, well, Valencia, since you're a leader, that means you get 2 votes, which means it's 2 versus 4, which means that this does not pass.
This is ludicrous. The two are going to cover for each other. The best we can hope for is a tie.
I formally accuse Thorin.
I second that.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Well, I guess we'll just... Can I hear the prosecution again? This time for Thorin.
Okay, see the previous rehearsals break, and also, Thorin was quick to jump on me, Thorin was quick to vote yes whenever we were voting off the last round, and also, Thorin is just acting very much into this anytime it is someone not him, and his defense was very weak.
I see. Alright, well, can I hear the defense, Thorin?
First of all, Miss Lynch, I was nervous. Talking nervous makes anybody look suspicious. Secondly, I was on stage with everybody else. Everyone saw me doing my part. Did they see you? I don't think so.
Okay, well, this has been fun, but I think it's time we get on with this. Haley, yay or nay?
Yay.
Weird. Junior, yay or nay?
We don't have a lot of options anymore.
Is that a yay?
Sorry, Thorin.
Fun. Dr. Faust, yay or nay?
You two are making a mistake and it will be the death of us. I cannot agree with you on this one, Orchestra Pit.
Okay. This is so good. Holy shit, that's the most intense orchestra pit I've ever heard in my life. I'm having so much fun. Thorin, yay or nay?
You don't want to do that. I strongly suggest you take that back. You really don't want to do this. You'll regret it!
Valencia, yay or nay?
Yay. And I'm sorry, Thorin, but this is just how it is done.
Weird. That means it's now 4 versus 2
You know what
this
else
time.
is how it's done? If I'm going out, you're going out with me!
And then
Oh,
Thorin's
Jesus!
also done.
Kid, put the gun down! Put the gun down!
Thorin, who do you shoot?
Who do you think?
I don't! Who did you shoot?
Obviously Valencia!
Okay! So...
Fair play, Thorin! Actually, that was a good move.
Okay, so... Valencia was a townsfolk.
I will take my leave and jump off anyway. Farewell!
Thorin is the gunsman and is dead.
Junior,
And with would you look at that? It would seem that Haley Huang is stuck on stage with 2 murderers.
I was just doing my job.
Weird, Dr. Faust. Looks like you've done a whole lot of blood. Got a whole lot of blood going on here in the name of this this deal of yours.
Is this not what the production calls for?
Does the production call for multiple actual fucking murders?
I am merely doing what I am told.
Yeah, I guess you would, wouldn't you? Alright, well, good show, everyone. That feels like a good enough prologue. I think it's time for us to... A prologue, yes, because you see, this should feel very familiar to one, oh, wait, sorry, I guess I should say, first of all, bravo, everyone! Performance is over, everybody clap! Steven, excellent job!
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Right, so I guess it's probably pointless for me to ask you if any of this seems very familiar, right?
I was blacked out the entire time. I was just performing.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh, well, don't worry. I'm hoping this next bit will feel a little more familiar. So I'll tell you what. For this particular play that we're about to put on, you are playing Stephen Cutter. Okay?
I believe I can do that.
Sounds excellent. All right, Junior, Haley, take your seats, and I think we will proceed.
All right.
All right. Allow me to present the story of Stephen Cutter. Your childhood was a blur until the age of 7, but you knew one important detail. Your parents did not want you. Why else would they have given you up 7 years after your birth? You never knew them well enough to say, and the monks that raised you never spoke more of it. They taught you well enough in the matters of the spirit, and made sure you were as physically fit as any growing boy your age. But emotionally, you were stunted, would be how polite people would put it. All that changed when you discovered acting. You saw a performance one night, and it changed your life. Something, seeing people walk on stage and become someone else. It was as close as you could get to putting yourself in someone else's shoes. And the monks figured maybe this would help you develop your sorely lacking emotional health, so they encouraged this hobby. Rightfully so. You were good. Scarily good, for as young as you were, getting signed on with the Mockingbird Players. Mostly in supporting roles, of course. You were a solid actor, but you didn't have the emotional depth to lead. And then they prepared to present Faustus, a classic production by one of the greatest writers of all time. And that, you decided, was when you were going to make the leap. You had become a star, and you were bound and determined to do it. You studied, and you practiced, and you gave your all in the audition, waiting on pins and needles for that fateful casting announcement.
Mockingbirds! Gather around! Everyone have a seat, please. The cast list for Faustus is finally out. It was a tough call. A lot of extravagant auditions, but after plenty of thinking and, plenty of drinking, I have my final list. Read and sign off if you agree with the casting choices. If not, please, do speak with me.
Alright, let's have a look here. Starting at the top for Faust, and there I am, to the surprise of no one.
Really? Let me see. Oh. So you are. Well, congratulations, Anton.
Thank you, Stephen, though you shouldn't be surprised. After all, was there any doubt anyone but I could play Faust?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Anton. You're good. But I debated playing it myself.
Oh, stop it, Clinton. Anton is perfect for the role. And, oh my goodness, I'm Marguerite. Oh my goodness, Anton, the two of us together. Isn't that exciting?
Of course that's exciting, Vivian. Having a seasoned actor such as yourself will be perfect for helping the audience believe I am in love with you.
I'm sure the two of you will be fantastic.
Oh, Stephen, you're going to be fantastic too. After all, supporting cast is just as important as the main cast.
Yes, all done and good. Now I need to prep for the costume designers. Again, if you have any questions or concerns with the current cast list, please follow me to my office.
Yes, of course, sir.
Ah, Stephen, I didn't actually expect anyone to follow me. Is everything all right with the cast? Are you satisfied with Valentine?
Well, sir, it's just... Have I done something wrong?
Not that I know of. Have you done something wrong that I should know about?
Well, I can only assume I have, sir. I'd certainly like to think my audition was the best I've delivered yet for the part of Faust, yet I'm playing Valentine, and I'm just not certain as to why that would be.
Oh, Stephen, your Faust audition was exceptional, but there are other roles to play other than Faust. A side is just as important as the front. That and you're incredibly young.
Well, I don't see what age has to do with anything. If I'm going to be someone else, then I...
Yes, if I wanted a 20-year-old Faust. Stephen, please, you couldn't grow a beard even if I wanted you to. Play to your strengths, son.
I will certainly try. Thank you for your time, sir.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get to my office. We've got a busy couple of months ahead of us. I hope that you'll learn to love Valentine just as much as I do.
You were devastated. Why wouldn't you be? Here you'd thrown your heart and your soul into the role, all but becoming Faust. And now Faust would be stuck in the back while this pretender took his role? The play was always meant to be a tragedy, but this was just unfair. Fortunately for you, fate seemed to be on your side, though it certainly wasn't on Anton's. It would seem your rival suffered a heart attack at the ripe old age of 26. A terrible tragedy, of course. The Mockingbirds were wracked with grief, having lost one of their own. But the show must go on, and they needed a Faust. Fortunately, you were quite the understudy. Well, at least dear Vivian seemed to think so.
Oh, Stephen! There you are! Did you hear the news? Apparently the show is continuing. I knew Quentin was determined, but I didn't... You know, after all this...
Well, Mr. Jarvis was dead set... Oh, I'm sorry. Poor choice of words. Mr. Jarvis was determined to play the role himself, but with everything going on and how stressed he is on the best of days, I offered up my services, and he accepted.
Huh? You're playing Faust? You'll really do that?
It was the least I could do. I'm just glad I could be of use to someone.
Stephen, that's really brave of you. I don't know what to say. Thank you. You saved our show.
Oh, well, you're quite welcome, Vivian.
Oh, you can call me Vivi if you'd like. All my friends do.
Well, then I'm glad to count myself among them, Vivi. I look forward to having you as my Marguerite.
Oh, why, thank you. Stephen, about Anton. I know this isn't easy for, well, any of us. Have you been okay?
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, I see. Must be the shock. Well, you know, things do get difficult with the show and just everything. You can always talk to me. I mean, if we're going to be Faust and Marguerite, least we can do outside the show is be friends. If you'd like, of course.
I think I would enjoy that. Thank you, Vivi.
Well, if it isn't Romeo and Juliet. Rehearsal doesn't start for another hour. Keep it off my stage and get a room, you two.
Oh, whoops.
Adorable. Of course, Quentin misread your motivations entirely. You weren't capable of love, Stephen. It just wasn't in your heart, no matter how many outings you went on with Vivian. Your heart was in the performance, and your mind was focused on the premiere. You and your troupe practiced your hearts out, while Quentin got more and more distracted. Lost in his work, you thought, right up until the night of your first performance. You were already there, lost in character. You were Faust, but Quentin wanted Stephen.
Stephen, can I speak to you for a moment?
I know not this Stephen you speak of. If you wish for Dr. Faust, you have only a few minutes left before I am busy elsewhere.
That was cute before, but I'm serious now. It's in regards to Anton.
I've heard of this Anton. Why do you seek my opinion of him?
A 26-year-old man, fit in his prime and healthy with no ailments of any kind as far as we know, has died of a heart attack. Does that not seem suspicious to you?
Heart attacks happen every day, Mr. Jarvis.
Stephen, have you done something wrong that I should know about?
I cannot possibly imagine that I have, Mr. Jarvis. I am nothing more than an actor playing his part. If there is something wrong with that, then there is something wrong with all of us.
So it was you. I had my suspicions. Everything worked out so perfectly for you. I could see the look on your face the second you laid eyes on that paper, and now we've lost our true lead actor. All you had to do was play to your strengths. Truly, this could have been an excellent performance. And maybe it still could be.
Have some last-minute notes, do you, Mr. Jarvis?
Whether you pulled some strings or did it yourself, I'll have no idea. But I know you had something to do with Anton's death. Confess that to me, and only me, and we will proceed as normal. Faustus will open in 5 minutes, just like it should. You will have your show. Or I shut this down right now and tell the audience exactly who you are and what you did.
You shut down the... You would tear this! All of this! Everything we built down based on this insane belief that I gave a man a heart attack. And you think everyone out there will believe you?
In a heartbeat.
And if I tell you this, what you want to hear, if I tell you what you insist upon hearing, I perform.
You will get to be Faust. The role that you would kill for.
Then it's hardly a choice, is it? Very well. That night, after casting, I was devastated, and...
Yes? Go on.
What happened next needs to be explained, step by step. For like most wonders of the theater, even after seeing it, it was hard to believe. The Mockingbird Theater needed some repairs. Some of the floorboards, for instance, were loose. Loose enough to send the screws meant to hold them down flying if stepped on with enough force by someone determined to get his truth. And when something metal strikes scaffolding with enough force, it makes a hell of a noise. Enough to alert the stagehands above, causing one to drop his toolbox. Of course, he would cry out in alarm, a shocked, shouted, "Oh!" which another one, awaiting the cue of "go," unfortunately misheard, taking out all of the lights in the theater before their time. And in their panic to get the lights back on, the rest of the stagehands, up above, knocked a floodlight loose. A pity that gravity took it directly onto poor Quentin's head. Rube Goldberg would be morbidly pleased. Admit it. You don't believe me. Just like I thought you wouldn't. You weren't shocked, Stephen. You were incapable of shock. Your heart was on the performance, and your mind was set on stepping out on stage. Faust could not be stopped by such frivolous things, and so you took to the stage, despite the noise, despite the murmurs of the uneasy crowd, despite the lights burning painfully bright in compensation for their earlier failure. And you performed admirably, summoning the demon that would get you all that you desire. Summoning Mephistopheles. And that, I believe, is my cue.
And who are you, spirit? A damned soul come from the pits of hell by my call?
Oh, I'm so much more than that. Congratulations, Stephen. Oh, sorry, it's Faust, isn't it? You made a call to join the big leagues.
I see. Then my experiments have been a success.
Manner of speaking. Rituals and the like make mortals feel better. It's the desire to damn themselves that calls me, though.
And that is a price I will pay.
A price you've paid already. For power, for adoration, for all the recognition you could desire, far beyond what your mortal training could allow.
recognition.
Oh, am I getting through to the real you now? Or as close to the real you as you believe there is at any rate. But yes, recognition. At the center of all this, at the center of this broken shell and his damned soul, is the one desire that fuels every man. The desire to be loved. You never felt love before, not truly. But here, on this stage, you're the center of the audience's hearts and minds. You're all they think about. You're loved.
I can see that now. It feels... I don't have a word for it.
Not surprising. You're just the actor, I'm the writer. But that's all irrelevant. I've delivered, so now I need you to deliver. The deal is made, and so I'm here to collect.
Collect? But...
Oh, listen, we've been off script for a while. No point in acting so surprised now. All you have to do is take that cute little ritual dagger in your hand and give me some blood. You know us devils. Ink is never enough to make something official.
Of course. If this fulfills the pledge.
Stop! Stephen, stop! Don't you realize what you're doing?
I am playing to my strengths. I am doing what must be done to move myself forward. To move this story forward.
No, this is going too far. Stephen, this isn't acting. You're about to cut yourself open. How is that moving forward? You'll die!
Blood, sweat, and tears. They go into every performance. Every man must be willing to give his all, to sacrifice all, to achieve what fate says he must.
But not like this. This is wrong. Quentin would have wanted... Oh God. Stephen, I think Quentin's dead. I found him and he... We need to stop this.
And a dead man affects me how?
Stephen, what are you talking
My
about?
name is not Stephen! My name is Dr. Johann Faust!
So you are. Really, Vivi. Can I call you Vivi? Really, Vivi, you're wasting your time. Faust would not recant. And why should dear Stephen? Wouldn't it be true to the character for him to do this? Any man desperate enough to make a deal with the devil wouldn't be swayed by some strange woman screaming at him.
What are you... No, Stephen, we need to get away now. Whatever that thing is, I think this is the devil.
Of course I am. I'm doing what any good performer does in playing their part. Now then, I'm getting really tired of you. Faust, new arrangement. Doesn't have to be your blood. There's a spark of goodness holding you back from greatness. If you want something beyond these surface-level cheers, you will snuff it out.
As you wish.
Wait, no! What are you doing? This isn't who you are, Stephen! Don't you remember? Don't you remember us? Please! I love you! And you...
And... Sorry, and that's 3. A pretty good number. But you know, I prefer 4. And so, the final sacrifice began. Sparks flew, the only warning of the broken, overcharged lighting system's imminent failure before it caught flame. Detractors always said the Mockingbird Theater was a total fire trap. I don't think they meant it like this. In between scattered bones and charred ashes, none of the bodies therein were identifiable. The troupe and the poor audience members who could not escape were lost in the blaze. Which leaves us here, with you, in the void. Having concluded the performance of a lifetime, bravo. I'd clap, but the sound of one person doing it would sound sarcastic.
That happened? I don't... You're right, it is unbelievable. What kind of production is that? So violent, so unnecessary.
Yes, so violent. But violence is what I do. You have your part to play, and I have mine. Speaking of which, that wasn't a play. That was you. You in the lounge, you in here, you going forward. This is all You, this part, it's you. You were this guy. You're always gonna be this guy. And this blood will always be on your hands. Congratulations! Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I mean, that character.
You are a character, yes, but you see, the problem is you're a character convinced that you're other characters. So convoluted. It's so much simpler to realize the truth. Whether you remember it or not, all the world's a stage. And you are nothing more than a mere player.
Then they're right. I did these terrible things. I'm a killer. I'm a killer. I can't remember, but they're dead. They died because of me. I'm a bad person.
Aw, welcome to the club. You'll fit right in.
And that's why they hate me. They all hate me. Everyone hates me because
you're you? Oh, sorry for stepping on your line. Figured that was really the only place you could go with it. And you're correct, by the way. I mean, think about it. Why else did everyone who knows you give up on you so quickly? Your parents didn't love you. A bunch of monks couldn't teach you to feel anything. Your director didn't want you to have the one thing you always wanted. And your girlfriend... Sorry, did you realize that quite yet? That the one person who came close to loving you, you stabbed straight in the chest because the devil said pretty please? You're a killer, Stephen Cutter. One of the best I've ever seen. Better yet, you're you, with all that implies. And now it's all laid bare. Congrats on laying out that raw emotion. It's every actor's dream. See you at the rap party. Hello and welcome back to Discord Murder Party, a fun game night with friends where nothing bad happens, also known as the #1 trending TV show on DoesTheDogDie.com. I'm your host, I'm Murder God right now, don't worry about it. Anyway, this is Scenario 2, Theater Kid Rap Party at Denny's. Alright everybody, hi! Welcome to the 3 a.m. rap party, yay! Good show everybody! How are we all feeling? I know the play didn't go exactly according to plan, but you know, the performance had spirit. Steven, you're looking down.
They all hate me. Everyone hates me.
Oh my god, stop being so dramatic. You only killed 3 people. That's hardly anything. Junior's killed 19 and he's doing just fine. Look at him in his cute little server uniform. Say hi, Junior.
First, it occurs to me that I still work for you for some reason, and I should really do something about that. Second, it sucks enough after the first one. Leave the guy alone.
Okay, I feel like both of you are really missing the spirit of the party part of this rap party.
You're the one who brought up the murders.
Okay, well, now that Steven's remembering everything, are we good with introductions? Everybody doing good?
No.
Yes, your problems, we heard. Anyone else? Okay, well, Junior, put in my order for pancakes. Everybody have fun!
Good morning, and welcome to Denny's located in the void. It's like purgatory inside of purgatory, a complete liminal space. There was probably a high school baseball team here an hour ago that just left, and it's time for the alcoholics and actors to show up. 3 a.m., so the parking lot is open for business. Please, take it outside.
Ah, yes, this is what having everything under control tastes like. Oh, man, I forgot how great this is.
Yo, drop the goddamn pancakes. I'm taking these.
Hey!
I've had it about up to here with you.
You're only slightly higher than the table.
Haha, very fucking funny. What the fuck is the matter with you?
Nothing, obviously. I'm feeling a lot better recently. Well, okay, feeling isn't really the right word since I'm not supposed to, but you get it.
Really? You're feeling better? Because it doesn't seem like this is going well at all. This isn't you. You've been acting, okay, weirder than normal, what with your mood swings, and this cruelty towards Steven is just unwarranted. You just said you didn't know what to do, and now you, scar him for your own amusement?
Ah, right, yes, you came a little late. Sorry, Princess. This is actually meant to be a little closer to how this is supposed to go. My bad for not being clear.
Okay. The lack of resolution is familiar, I'll give you that. But you've never beaten around the bush this much before delivering. What are you trying to pull here? Or are you just stalling for time?
Time doesn't exist, Grace Garden. And I'll admit, I struggled for a bit since we've officially deviated from my original script, but I came to a little realization. I'm fate! And that means the script goes where I say it does. Always. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's cool and all. Fate's got the answers! But you didn't have a script. The way you've been acting, you've been winging it. No story, no planning. What script could we have deviated from if there wasn't an original script for Steven in the first place?
This is particularly evident because everything seems to go wrong every time we get together. What, every 2 weeks?
Okay, I already told you time doesn't exist. Stop poking the fourth wall. What does it matter if I don't have a script? I've gotten things back on track, and I'm doing my job. And that job, as you're all well aware, involves your eternal suffering. So how about you all enjoy this little reprieve and eat some fucking pancakes?
You were a real ass to Steven.
Yeah, Black Star, horrifying eldritch abomination. I feed off your suffering. His was great, by the way.
Right. You're just doing your thing as usual. Being a complete tool. Here's your coffee. Black is your non-existent heart. And by the way, speaking of your job, I've heard your writing. That didn't sound like your script.
I'm not sure what you mean.
We've seen your process. We've all experienced it firsthand. There was the music, the art, the backstory, whatever. What was his wish?
He wished to be the greatest actor, obviously.
No, he didn't, and you know it. How dare you be so blasé? That wasn't it. Otherwise, we would have known. You would have said it. Just stop lying to us.
I am the author, Valencia. I can't lie. Whatever I say goes. I say Steven's wish was to be the greatest actor, to claim the hearts and minds of the audience, and that's what it is. Ta-da!
Alright, sure. Greatest actor and all that. So if we ran this story through blackstarturnitin.com, it'd come out clean. Yeah, sure, okay.
Fucking course it would! I wrote it! I wrote everything here, Haley! And if you're not careful, this rap party is about to get a lot more violent.
And that is something that we don't want right now. Right, everyone?
Violence would only be mildly inconvenient right now.
Mr. Gwendolyn, you're about to trade the deal for the witch right now.
No, Percy's right. I'm just too tired to be mad at her right now. I need to go sit down.
Great, glad to hear it. Now, if you'll all fucking excuse me, I think I will change booths, because I would like to eat my pancakes. It would be really lame if I had to kill all of you before you did character development stuff, because that's what these scenarios are for, right? Have a good rap party.
Hey, y'all, I know things are not going great and are really confusing right now, and there isn't none that makes too much sense, but can we maybe just try to avoid pushing Miss Sim so hard?
She's nothing but a total prick since she killed Hugo. What happened wanting to change would be better for freaking somebody.
Exactly. Something about everything beyond that has just been plain off. Val pointed it out earlier, but haven't you all noticed that she's been, well, spiraling a bit more downward since then? More so than usual.
Yes, it's concerning. Though it's not quite spiraling, it's more... She has bad days, but those are happening more and more frequently.
Yeah, and the more they happen, the worse it ends up for us.
Yeah, I'm just confused. She was helpful when I got here. You know, I've heard that she was bad before, but she was helpful. You know, I thought there was some kind of development, and now she's not. I can only assume that she was like this before. I mean, she's been getting along really well with Vincent, and, you know, I've had my suspicions before that, you know, Vincent quickly doused, but I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, that's a thing. I'm gonna go to the kitchen.
All right then. Best of luck on the clock then there, Junior. Look, I understand that things aren't going well. I know I said this already. Things are confusing, that she's not doing the best job explaining, yada yada. Here's the thing. Last time we did a terrible job of trying to get the information out of her, and not a lot of great stuff happened. Pretty poor things happened, actually. We don't want that again. Maybe we can go a little lighter on her. I mean, there's a difference between interrogation and flat-out bullying, right?
Alright, so how's about this then? We find the nearest gazebo, drag her there, and talk about our feelings and go from there. Alright? Good talk. I'm getting some waffles.
It's actually not a bad idea, Mr. Gwendolyn. I'll go get Junior, and, we can go outside and find you're all getting up and leaving. I'm starting to think that I'm the only one who's on this train of thought.
Hey, so here's some fun Denny's trivia. The Grand Slam is actually named after baseball player Hammer and Hank Aaron, who shattered Babe Ruth's home run record in 1974. The Grand Slam was born in an Atlanta location in 1977. Guess what else was probably born in an Atlanta location in 1977? It's me.
Hey, Vinny. So, I take it a story like Steven's is, par for the course?
Ooh, well, you'd be surprised just how many people in this happy little family is taking a life.
And I'm assuming you don't just mean in Murder God's little mafia game, yeah?
We are, in fact, in hell, Haley. You don't just kind of go here.
I'd say I'd drink to that, but we haven't ordered yet.
No need.
How do you always got one of those? You keep like a mini icebox in your jacket or something?
Haley, we've been displaced from time for years. I know what a mini fridge is.
You know what? Fair enough. Still, cook some cream shake, please. Thanks, Junior.
Hey, Junior.
So, anyways, how?
Well, I usually just kind of grab one from the bar before, the bitch has a chance to snap her fucking fingers. Worked well for me so far, and I think she's just kind of given up on stopping me like ages ago, so.
Well, can't blame you for taking one for the road, given the crap we see.
Honestly, it's more to just loosen up by this point.
Fair? Yeah, thanks, Junior. There you go. Hey, spike this for me, would you?
Aha, trying to have some fun too? There you go. You did seem like you've had more on your mind lately.
Guilty. You got a good read on us, Vinny. Always have.
I just pay attention is all. What's on your mind?
Well, I told Grace back. I told this to Grace back at the lodge, but Doc kind of said something that's been screwing with me. It's totally fair that he didn't like the old Mario nickname. I wish he told me that earlier, but that ain't either here or there. But that's not what was bothering me, though. It's what he said after. Something about knowing names and not caring enough to use them.
You've been building this up for a bit, huh?
I've had a few of these games for it to stew.
Well, there's your problem. Really shouldn't take what Doc says too hard. He's pretty purposely venomous. Been trying really hard to get everyone to leave him alone so he can go fuck off and wallow in sadness without, the annoyance of people telling him not to.
Yeah, that's about the area of what Grace told me.
Well, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, but maybe listen to Grace. She knows somewhat what she's talking about. Like, okay, let me put it like this. Do you feel like you don't care?
No, I care about you guys, and sure, yeah, what Doc said stung. Clearly he matters a lot to y'all, but...
No, fuck that. That's besides the point. We're not talking about Doc right now. I'm talking to you. You feel like you care?
Is there a wrong answer?
This ain't a fucking test, Haley. It's a heart-to-heart.
True that. But yeah, I do.
Alright. Then so what? You don't just suddenly stop caring just because Doc says you don't, right?
You're right. You're right.
Then I see no issue here. No fundamental changes, no flaws in the design, and with all that in mind, you good?
In that sense, yeah, for sure.
Okay, in that sense?
Well, what I mean is, regardless of what Doc made me feel, he did get me thinking about what I Like, no. Yeah, yes, I do care about you guys. We've established that, but Okay, Vinny, I have not been up, certainly not as long as you, and while the way Doc said it made me think, do I care enough? I guess that makes me wonder more. Do I know enough?
And you want to be more involved, essentially. Feel like what you feel and what you show don't equate.
I wasn't awake long enough to know there was some kind of pattern going on with those others taking Doc's place, for example.
And?
That's all fine. Grace's notes were enough of a crash course on that, and I don't want to ask for any, like, shortcut to knowing everyone in and out or anything, but, like...
Okay, I see where this is going. Look, man, you don't have to know everyone in and out to show that you care. And I get, trust me, I get the irony in me being the one to say that, but just hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing a thing, or two, about another person isn't an undisputable sign of I care. It's just like a bond. Like, hey, I think you're cool. I trust you with basic facts about my life. My daughter's name is Taylor. You get me?
Yeah, I feel you.
But what's important is whether or not you actually fucking talk to the people you want to know. Those little memories at each other's, life is really more conversational ammunition than anything else. And honestly, there might be folks here you just don't fucking get along with. But at least you tried,
You can read me like a book, Vinny. You know that?
I read everyone like books, Haley. Y'all are my own personal fucking library.
Yeah, clearly you got a library card and everything.
My incredible intuition and sagely wisdom aside, what this boils down to is don't stress shit that don't matter. Or shit that's in the past. And if there's something you want to do, man, who's stopping you?
You're right. Say, what's it like being around for the time you did? Watching everybody wake up around you.
I mean, about how you'd expect. I woke up full of piss and vinegar thinking something that wasn't real. Saw something I had to do. Did it. Really kind of stopped being too weird after the second or third.
Huh. Well, guess that boils all of us down, huh?
We're all human.
And we're all here in hell.
See, you learn fast. Anything else I can do you for?
Top me off.
Good fucking answer.
Denny's is typically the place you go after drinks. That said, this is the Void location, so anything goes. Not my department, though. I'm not a bartender. I'm a waiter. And the line cook. And the runner. Busser. Manager. I'm the only person that works here. It's just me. Alright, brought you another coffee. Figured you'd either like the sweetest thing I could possibly make out of whatever is back there, a darkest brew I have I could get. I brought the second one because it's been stewing for a long time. Like you've been, Charles. Are you alright?
That's not my name.
Okay, that's not your name. I understand. Is Fate your name? Did you pick that?
You and I both know if I had, we wouldn't be here.
You're right. That's something I know. And there's other things I've gotten to know recently. Vincent said he couldn't really tell me anything about what's going on anymore, but it seems like whatever is going on is not going. Is there any way I could, help at all?
You of all people should know I can't tell you.
I of all people know about the possible consequences of me knowing something. I've had the 5 days of blindness to back it up, but I feel like I have to ask by now. I knew this was an incubator. I know that there's a weapon that kills gods. I know that there's a cycle. What is the cycle?
You shouldn't know about the cycle.
Vincent told me before he couldn't tell me anything anymore.
Okay, great. See, the problem with you knowing any of this is it fucks with the narrative flow.
Okay, but that's starting to not feel like what's actually going on. We thought if I said something to them before about the black stars, their heads would explode, and yeah, they could still explode when they get out, but right now, they need a way to get out in the first place, so I guess I'm not following the narrative anymore.
That's unfortunate, because the narrative is the only thing keeping this place from collapsing in on us all, and every time we deviate from it, things get a little bit worse.
Listen, the last thing I want to do is break the void, okay? This thing's keeping me together, too, in several senses, but it's hard to follow the narrative when you don't know where the story's going, and we're not the readers in the mystery, we're the characters in the mystery. The author has to give us somewhere to go!
And I am trying to do that, but I just had to come up with a character arc on the fly, and also, for the record, yes, you are the characters. You're the characters supposed to be fighting me, the villain, and that means I can't just work with you to get the answers, because me working with you go against the whole characters versus incarnation of your horrible fate thing.
Then why are you working with the hero of your story?
Because We're not. We're not working together. We can't. That doesn't fit the script.
Charlie? Charlie, what just happened, hon?
It's not my name, I don't have one.
Then what do you want me to call you? Please.
I don't know. Villain?
I'm not calling you that, hon. That's not a name.
Well, neither is Junior.
Excuse me?
Here. Sorry, my bad. Let me get back on script. We both know you're just trying to help me to procrastinate on helping yourself. Put everyone before you until you shrivel up and die, right? Or cough all the black goo out, I guess. I know you haven't forgotten I'm the reason for that. Well, okay, I guess we're both a little at fault. But you did pull the trigger. 19 times.
We're not about to do this. I'm not about to let you just start bringing things up to get at me because you're sad.
We're not. Fun! Are we doing the thing where I know that you know that I know thing that we always do?
No, we're not gonna do that. We've been doing it this whole conversation, and this is where it got us. I don't want to keep doing that.
All right, I'll come out and say it then. There is no saving me. I am a black star, and that means there is no saving you, because I am in you. I will always be in you. I am not a person, therefore you are not a person. You and I will always be the blood on our hands. We are the monsters that die at the end of the book. Congrats! I finally granted your wish. Now leave me alone before I make you.
You know, I'm starting to realize that whether I'm a person or not, I don't have to put up with this kind of stuff. And if you're saying we're the same, and you're in me, then I don't have to put up with me anymore. So thanks for that, I guess. Maybe you can learn not to put up with you. Enjoy your coffee, ma'am.
More Denny's Trivia. Or should I call it Danny's Trivia? This place used to be called Danny's Donuts, then Danny's Coffee Shop. There was a time where I could call this place Dan's if I wanted to. But it's Denny's now, and I think it suits them.
Oh, Percy. You're still sitting here. Everyone else already left, and... Oh, and there's coffees here now. Percy, are you feeling alright?
I guess I just feel like nobody's taking this whole thing seriously. Val, I understand that we need to, stop Miss M or whatever to make this whole thing come full circle, but... I mean, I don't know, I guess is requesting a little bit of patience from everyone so awful? Also, don't worry, it's decaf.
I understand how you're feeling, Percy. Everyone just wants to figure things out as fast as they can. Decaf certainly isn't an option for them. Regardless of if they were irritated in the moment or not, they aren't going to completely disregard your feelings and not take it seriously.
I guess not. Everyone's probably a little scatterbrained right now after what just happened, so I guess I can't be too upset at them. Certainly understandable to be frazzled after a story like that. I just wish that we could all understand each other a little better. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I wish we could all be a little more on the same page, too.
It really breaks my heart to think that Hugo wished for us to all live close like a family, and yet here we are in disagreement and strife over what happened right after he...
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Even still, thank you for mediating us. You're being very strong for doing so, and it's what he would have done. What I wish I could do.
I mean, what can I say? Mr. Hernandez put his faith in all of us as a group. Quite frankly, we owe it to him to do our best and make things work out for the better. I mean, it'd be a shame to let him down after all he's done for us. We can do this. We can do this, right?
I believe so. You have a lot of power in your words, Percy. You and Ezra were able to save me, and by the way, I haven't been able to properly thank you about that yet.
You were lying at death's door, about to fade into nothingness. How could we not have helped you? I don't doubt that anyone else would have done the exact same thing if they could.
I don't know. I think it had to be you two. And I'm really eternally thankful for that. Also, I feel as if I must ask something.
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead, Val, ask away.
Was everything you said back then, was it all true?
Oh, every word of it, Val. Look, I have near full confidence that, I mean, given the right mindset, you'll be able to completely change your fate, and, I mean, with no doubt, you'll be able to make it
No,
up.
Percy, that's not what I meant. I believe you there, but I meant when you said you loved me.
Shoot! Oh gosh, I actually said that, didn't I? Okay,
Yes.
Val, the thing is, what I meant was, oh gosh.
It's okay, Percy. I'm flattered.
You are?
It's just... I just worry. I'm scared we'll fall in love, and we'll be happy, and even if everything works out, something will go wrong eventually. It always does, the way we're fated. We'll go home. We'll go back to our separate worlds, our separate times.
Well, I mean, what if it doesn't have to be that way? I mean, we could both join each other in the same space if we could occupy it, right? I mean, it's like we said, anything is possible.
It is, but that's just the problem. I've thought about it. I've done a lot of thinking about it, Percy, ever since then. And, of course, I don't know it for sure. But I don't know if we would be happy like that. We have a lot of responsibilities, after all.
Right. Riley.
And my people. I can't abandon them. I want you to be happy, Percy. I don't want you to suffer because of me. Never. I especially don't want to cause you any heartache. I'm very sorry.
No, Val, I understand. Look, you don't need to apologize for the way the whole world works. I mean, if that's how it's gotta be, then, I mean, that's just how it is.
What would it be like, then, if that wasn't how it had to be?
What if there weren't any sort of barriers holding us back like that? I mean, I don't know. Nice little cottage. I don't know, maybe a dog or two, just typical fantasy. Gosh, I don't know, but you know, that's It's just a nice dream, but that's the thing, that's all it is. It's just a nice dream.
Dreams, they aren't meant to last forever.
You have to wake up and face reality. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Val.
There's something on the menu I don't remember called a fried cheese melt. It says it's a grilled cheese stuffed with mozzarella sticks. I don't care if anyone else orders this. I've died in the void enough times already. I'm gonna make it for myself.
Okay, so, how are you holding up?
These piles of pancakes do nothing for me.
Okay, I'm going to do my damnedest to ignore how funny that sounds and apologize again for my friend, a different friend this time. He likes to make food for people he heavily empathizes with.
You keep apologizing for your friends who aren't apologizing. Is this going to be a regular thing?
They're getting better. Mind if I sit?
Well, I can't stop you.
You know, fair enough, but yeah. Okay. Alright. I take it you probably don't want to talk about the thing.
No, yeah, I'm really not feeling up to that.
Understandable. Alright, completely understandable. We won't. I don't really want apologizing to end up becoming a trend here, but you clearly see there's a but coming. I want to apologize one more time.
For what?
Neglecting you. Which might not mean anything to you, but still.
I've known you for a few hours, Mr. Reed.
Yeah, I know. Well, as the trend goes, I've known you for longer. Just, didn't think I did.
Let me guess. I killed you, too.
Do you want the honest answer?
The honest answer cannot possibly make me feel any worse.
Not the worst way to look at it. Okay. Yeah, you did. But to be fair, murder is kind of a normal thing here.
So I keep being told. Apparently people think that'll make me feel better.
Yeah, it won't. But it's honest.
I can at least appreciate honesty.
Well, I think that's one of the few things I'm good at. So, in the spirit of honesty, I can admit I kind of fucked up with you.
I'm sorry, how exactly did you mess things up with me?
I didn't see you properly until, well, now, I guess. And that was kind of fucked up of me. That wasn't right. Especially with how frequently you popped up. I really should have tried to do something to help, and I'm sorry for that.
You're not talking about just me, are you, Mr. Reed? You're talking about these others that Miss Garden mentioned. This doctor and some other people you're trying to find. Am I correct?
Not a unfair assumption, but keeping in honesty, I don't think so. No. I'm talking to you. On your own. One-on-one. For once. Probably have to apologize to the others should they ever pop up again, but for now, I don't know. I wanted to acknowledge you as a person and apologize for not doing so earlier.
Okay. Alright. Well, no matter no matter how bad I'm feeling, I at least cannot begrudge you for that. So, thank you, Mr. Reed. I appreciate being seen for what I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, this is awkward. I am. Look, I'm always at the bar if you want to talk, and trust me, there's always a bar. Seeing you is nice. I certainly wouldn't mind getting to know you as well.
Again, much appreciated, but before that can happen, I'm going to have to live with what I know about me now. And it's not an easy start right now, so I take it the middle will get worse.
Typically how these things go, yeah, you're not alone. Just so you know, if that helps. You know, we've all been through it. And not all the same, but we've all been through it. Even if it's just a drink to steal your nerves as you tackle it all, you're not alone. And welcome to the family.
That fills me with far less confidence than it should.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Oh, that is so much worse. I'm going to go. I need to use the restroom.
Yeah, yep. I'll be seeing you.
Dear customers, mixed review on the fried cheese melt. It tastes delicious, but I think I just got more forbidden knowledge, and I can't be sharing that around willy-nilly. I'll leave it up to you if you want to know the details. Quick summary, slaps. Wouldn't eat it again without prep. Threw half fit away. Still slaps.
Oh no, look out! The bubbles are growing bigger! They're gonna destroy us all! Look out! He's gonna drown us all!
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was occupied.
No, it's so tin. Oh no, not again! No.
Again, what do you... Oh no, God, this is where it happened, isn't it? Oh no, I shouldn't be here. This has to be the thing where everyone hates me for, it just has to be.
I'm not sure if this is a trap. What happened? What are you talking about?
They said it. I was cruel to you. I didn't think that was real. I didn't see why I would do it, but it has to be, because every other terrible thing I've apparently done was.
Oh, yeah, that did happen. And you don't remember anything you said to me at all? About me being a bad person? Or how nobody liked me? Nothing at all?
Nothing. But it's 9 testimonies against mine. So whether or not I remember, it doesn't matter, does it? I'm sorry, I'm making this worse. I can go.
Wait. I mean... Okay, so... I mean, I don't remember a lot of stuff from when I was... what's the word? Asleep? And I know that we all did a lot of really bad things when we were sleeping. And stuff that we would never actually really do outside of whatever this is. But like you said, more people say you're bad even if you're not actually bad. Oh, that just hit home. But besides the point, you may not remember what you did, but you still did it. However, even if you don't remember it, do you still regret it?
I can't imagine why I would do it. I'm a monster. I'm a terrible person, but you, Thorin, Of course you're not. Why would you be? You're a child. From what I've seen, you're sweet, you're playful, you're kind, and I cannot imagine why I would have said otherwise. But the deed is done. Yes, Lauren, I regret it. And regardless of however much it hurts me, I regret that it hurt you.
And you know what that means?
What?
That means you changed. That means you changed for the better, don't you see? Percy once told me that if we look back on our past mistakes and regret them, and would never do them again in the future, it's a sign that we've grown up a little bit and learned from our mistakes and changed for the better. And trust me, I know what it's like to have not everyone likes me for something I can't control. Trust me. I think we have a lot more in common than I thought. And, well, if it helps, I forgive you for what you did. To me, at least.
I'm not quite sure I've earned that yet. It's just, with all these games being the way they are, I could go straight back to hurting you or hurting someone else again.
Oh, that's What about a babysitter? I could stay by you and make sure you don't do anything bad. And if you start to go evil, then I can snap you out of it.
Like a handler of sorts?
Yeah, but more like what's the reverse of service animal?
What?
I could be like a service dog, but you know, like a person. More than a real friend than a dog. Not that dogs can't be friends, but you know what I mean.
Well, I would certainly not wish to treat you like an animal, but I think I understand what you're getting at. It's a sweet gesture.
I mean, look, if someone as cold and as hard as Grace can turn into my best friend, then I know you can turn into a top-notch guy. And with my help, everyone will be able to see what a cool guy you are. What do you say?
Well, I will get back to you. In the meantime, I doubt there is much cause for danger or turning evil in the Denny's, so I would appreciate space for now. We'll see about later.
I totally get it. And I've actually heard about a lot of things happening at Denny's, especially at 3 a.m. But I don't think we have anything to worry about right now. I'm just gonna keep playing with these bubbles. I'll see you around, okay?
Of course. Have fun.
More Denny's trivia, y'all. This place didn't have any locks until 1988. Figured since people were just always here because it was open 24 hours, they weren't needed. They got added when the doors were closed for Christmas and everyone had to get the locks put in. The first time it happened. Kinda sucked to see a closed Denny's.
Hey, Ezra. Could I speak to you? That's a lot of pancakes.
Oh, yeah. I gotta eat. Hold on. I don't have a lot in my mouth. Hold on, let me go. Fuck. I gotta eat a lot of food because my metabolism is so high. If I don't, my stomach will become a black hole and digest itself. What's up?
Right, fair enough. I just wanted to... Well, given everything that's happened, I've been doing some more thinking, and I wanted to...
Yeah?
Well, you know, actually you don't know because I haven't said it, but I guess,
I'm sorry?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Grace, you don't have to apologize to me. I was barely even involved in what happened. All I did was set you off, and while that was a bit intentional, I didn't think the situation would get as hectic, outstretched.
I know. This whole thing, it's a bit too close to home for me in many ways. But I shouldn't have lashed out like that. That was uncalled for. It wasn't fair on any of you, but you... It doesn't matter how long you've been here. I know you're trying to help.
Do you feel better now that you've said what you said? Maybe better isn't the right word. Do you feel a bit more at ease now that you've said what you said?
I mean, I wish I could have said it instead of screamed it, but... Yes. It's a bit of a weight off my chest, at least.
Well, it's water under the bridge for me. You know, in the moment, sometimes an action that feels right could have been handled better in hindsight, you know? I know what it's like to lose control. You know, it's like a balloon. You just keep filling that fucker up until it just BLAM! And now you gotta pick up all the rubber and pieces that's scattered around. And sometimes you can't find some of the pieces and you have to accept that they're gone. Or that maybe you'll find them eventually. Just not right now.
Huh. Nice metaphor.
Yeah, well, I speak in metaphors.
Well, yes, I do understand. I really understand and appreciate it.
Sounds like you're already starting to pick up the pieces, no?
Well, I'm trying, but after all this, I'm going to slow down. I'm so used to trying to force all the pieces back together to keep us on the path. But honestly, this fucking sucks. And I'm not giving up, but I know it's okay to be sad sometimes.
What do you think the best step is from here?
I mean, saying sorry to people is easy enough. Well, sometimes easy enough. But I'm not sure that's enough this time. I really don't know.
Well, you're not gonna know until you find out. If you can't pick up all the pieces now, that's okay. I'd recommend that you start with Mr. Cutter, though. You know, you persecuted him hard. And he seems to be trapped here like everyone else. And, you know, between you and me, it doesn't seem like he's handling his story as well as he thought he would. The other Cutman we can worry about, but this one, I think this one's pretty alright.
I will, but listen, I'm sorry for all of this, but the two of us just have a lot of, history. I mean, there were good moments, like that time he gave me money so you'd stop grabbing my leg, and then there was,
Fucking squibble.
Yeah, I'm not even going to touch the handcuffing or the holding hands.
All right. No.
Okay. Oh, and then there was the bad parts, like the starving show, and that was the big turning point. Did I mention I cut his arm off?
Fucking what?
Yeah, so he took Vincent out. I wasn't happy, so I kind of just grabbed an axe out of nowhere and cut his arm off. Then he tried to shoot me, and I stabbed him in the chest, and it was raining too, but that part was irrelevant.
Uh-huh.
But the point being is, when you go to every extreme with somebody like that, it's a bit jarring when you can remember it, but they can't. Well, then again, I guess that's how others felt with me.
Hey, the context is different here, and you know that. I understand why you had your suspicions. Maybe if I was here for as long as you, I might have felt the same way. But what matters is where we are now. I think that it'd be good to open a conversation with him, you know, a gesture of good faith, if you will. If he doesn't accept it immediately, you know, that's okay. Just continue things as normal. The pieces eventually come around.
Yes, I think that could work. I appreciate it, Ezra.
For sure. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have 3 more plates of pancakes to go through.
4.
All right. Fucking, you convinced me. 5 it is, you fucking scoundrel.
There we go. Enjoy them whilst you can.
Yeah. Oh, fucking squibble.
Did you know you could get married at Denny's? Because you can. It's all for $1.99 in the Las Vegas Denny's Chapel. Wait, no, it's not just in Vegas anymore. Okay, it's also free now. What happens in 2020 to make weddings free at Denny's?
It is 3 in the morning. There are more pancakes. I have no stomach for pancakes. Why are there still pancakes here?
Do you want me to get rid of them for you?
That would be nice, Miss Miss Garden.
Don't worry, I understand. I can never really find the stomach for food at night.
Yes, on account of your work, I imagine. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, congratulations on what?
You caught your bad guy, Detective Grace Garden. You were right the whole time. I am a bad person. Criminal, a killer. Likely a liar, too. You must be so proud.
Do you want to talk this out?
What's there to talk about?
Well, you're here now, so if we're going to talk at all, I want to really know who I'm talking to here. No interrogation, just knowing who you are.
You saw it all laid bare before you already, Detective Garden.
Yes, I did. I saw what murder got presented. The worst tragedy imaginable. Guess what? She's done that to all of us. I've seen the worst so many times over by now.
There's nothing else to me. I'm a man who has had nothing, no identity, beyond the parts I have played for years. Now I have one. And it's the worst feeling in the world.
Oh. You feel lost, don't you?
Feelings don't come easy. I couldn't, for the longest time, understand them. I couldn't see them in others, let alone myself, until I found that little gateway. The only times I've ever brought other people joy was when I was being someone else. Now that's gone. Now there's just me. Just Steven. The killer. The freak. The one no one wants and no one ever wanted. I would say at least I can't hurt anyone else, but there's no prison here, I imagine. Otherwise you'd have hauled me into it already.
Well, what would that accomplish? We shut you away and then what?
Then you go about your business, or whatever your business was, before I so rudely interrupted it. Occasionally I imagine you might pop in, ask me more questions about your doctor, or something of the like. Get nowhere, get frustrated, leave, come back to repeat the process later.
Well, there you go. That wouldn't accomplish anything for either of us. The point is, regardless of what we just saw, you're still here, and that's okay.
It is very much not, Detective Garden.
You don't have to call me Detective Stephen. I'm not wearing a badge.
We all have our roles. If you reject being a detective, what is yours?
Well, the detective role was given to me by Actually, no, somebody else. But she ran a mal with it. You learn to play that role, but when you don't want it anymore, you fight back. But when you don't know what you want for yourself, well, things get complicated. So it took a while, and even when I found what role I wanted, it was back to being me, the person that people wanted to fix, and I still had no idea what to do, and I had no real idea if people would like me or hate me for me. But in the end, I still wanted to help others, no strings attached. I chose to be their sleuth.
At least you can help others. Everything I do causes pain.
I'm still here.
Why?
Because we're not out there. It's not the 40s, and we're not pretending, and we're not forgetting. We're here. And we're feeling things.
For better or for worse.
You know, you were right. I was an awful detective, just as much out there as I was in here. I got into so much trouble for trying to find a good reasoning for anyone to do anything good or bad. And here, well, I'll tell you something I told someone else here, and someone just reminded me of. It doesn't matter to me what you were back then. It matters who you are now.
I don't see a difference.
Do you want to know what I see?
I don't think I'm going to like this answer.
I see the greatest actor I've ever met in my life. You always kept me guessing every time I found you. And right now, I see Stephen Cutter, who is scared and confused and probably wants to be anywhere else but here right now. Correct?
Your powers of deduction have not failed you.
Then I'm glad I can finally meet you.
The real me, I suppose. The real Stephen Cutter does not return the sentiment. The real Stephen Cutter wants to curl up in a hole and die right now.
I know. And I know tying you to a chair the moment I met you did not help with this. I'm sorry, Stephen.
You're what?
I'm sorry. I mean, I had suspicions of what was happening, yes, but approaching it how I did was completely wrong of me.
That can't be right. That can't be right. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't accept that. I can't. You can't be sorry. It doesn't make sense. I can't.
Hey, I really am sorry, but look, you don't have to forgive me.
And I can't. Because you were right. You were right. I was a monster. I was, and I can't be forgiven for that. I don't deserve to be. I look at you and see only the person who knew deep down there was something wrong with me before even I did.
No, you're not a monster, Stephen. Look, I don't claim to know exactly what's going on with you, but that should never define you as a monster. Whatever this is, I want to help you. But if that's really how you feel about me, everyone else is here to help you instead.
You know, I could say I don't deserve it, but I don't think you truly care, Miss Garden.
I'm very stubborn, Stephen.
So I have noticed. And so I take it that I'm stuck with you here for the rest of this rat party.
I can leave if that's what you prefer.
Please.
Okay. I'll be right around the corner.
I have run out of Denny's facts that I want to share. There's more. I just don't want to share them. Denny's has changed. I'm learning stuff about Denny's. I don't get paid enough to educate y'all on Denny's.
Hey, Val. What are you doing sitting by yourself?
Huh? Oh, Ezra. I'm just thinking. You don't have to leave your meal to talk to me.
Oh, it's not a bother at all. Would you mind if I sat with you?
Of course I wouldn't mind. Go ahead.
Then I think I will. I've always preferred booths anyway. What's on your mind?
Well, it's just... Things are just difficult right now, personally. I don't want to get into all of the specifics, but some things are just hard.
I'm sorry that things aren't super spicy for you right now. Is it about the magic?
Yes. Yes, I haven't been able to do any magic since I fell ill. And since Murder God said that part of my magic's power comes from the black stars, not only does it feel like I simply shouldn't try it, but I just don't know how to use any that isn't from their power.
People in Provom typically dabbled in magic in the first place, right? Have people outside of Provom been capable of that too?
Of course. Everyone in Conticus has their own way of using magic if it runs in their family, regardless of political borders.
Well, you certainly have magical blood in you. who's to say that you can't draw your power from within, rather than the black stars? Who the fuck needs them?
I don't know how.
Well, you know, like everything. Riding a bike, swimming, you start from somewhere. Here, try to heat up this glass of water.
Okay. It didn't work. The water isn't boiling.
Hey, it's a start. Maybe fire isn't your natural thing. I'll just take the glass back now. Fuck! Oh!
Ezra! Are you okay? What happened?
I'm okay. I'm fucking... Ow!
Oh, Ezra, you're burnt. I'm sorry. Maybe I can... just let me help.
Holy shit. Val, you just fixed my hand. You have healing magic?
Well, it's light magic. I've barely ever used it successfully, so I just thought But I just healed you successfully. I could use my light magic?
Without the black stars? Fuck them! Val, you still got your magic! Oh,
wow.
shit!
I can't believe it. Thank you, Ezra. Without you, I might have never known.
I'm really glad I could help. I just had a thought, and, like, stop me if it seems like too much.
Go on.
So, with the dating show scenario, there was that whole segment with dancing and stuff, and, you know, that didn't quite end well for me. I rolled off, but it had me thinking. I had always wanted to try it, but I never really got the opportunity to. Like, at the time when, you know, I could dance, it was always just work this and work that, and be stronger, be faster, keep winning. I never quite got to experience, you know, things like art and things like dance and performance in a way. And I'm sorry. I don't know. This just seems like a lot.
Oh no, a lot. It's not a lot at all. Dancing is a joy. I'm sorry you never really got to truly experience it. I certainly wouldn't want you to miss out if you wanted to. Did you... You know, you seems like you had thoughts?
Yeah. I haven't really stopped thinking about it. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it and say it. If I point out where exactly my back is fucked up, would you be able to fix it? I'm sorry, that's probably a really, forget it. I just...
No, it's not. I can try. I can't guarantee anything. But light magic is a gift. And it has been known to do some incredible things. Maybe it'd work.
Maybe. And if it does work, would you maybe show me the ropes? Maybe dance with me, if we can?
Yes. I'd love to teach you how. I'll have to work on my light magic for you. And my dancing.
Great. It's a date then.
My favorite thing about Denny's is the syrup bottles.
That's sweet. Okay.
And I also really like
Thorn, you gotta give me the radio back.
You know, Steven, those are gonna get cold if you don't eat them.
You can have the pancakes if you want. Junior keeps bringing them to the table and I can't get him to stop.
Well, that's Junior for you. Guy's been in the quote-unquote customer service role the pretty darn often while we've been in here. You know, like at the cafe with the weirdly placed gazebo.
I don't remember the cafe. Did I kill people there too?
Nope, no. I yelled at you there, but as far as I can remember, it didn't hurt anybody at the cafe. Well, okay, there was the case of Thorin.
Of course, there was the case of Thorin.
Hey, you need a napkin?
I will be buried with syrup on my face. It is what I deserve.
So, you remember it all now, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Hey, Steven, listen. I just want to reiterate what I said back to you, back at the ski lodge. I'm really sorry for jumping on your throat like that. It wasn't fair given the nature of these games, and I suppose now you and I both know how things are.
Miss Wong, if the reports are true, and I have very good reason to believe they are now, I sawed you in half. Seems like a very valid reason to, what was it, jump on my throat. What do I even say to that? Sorry? Sorry just doesn't seem like enough?
I mean, nobody's stopping you from saying sorry. That's just what you say when you've wronged someone and you want to make it right.
I suppose it is a start. Miss Wong, I have hurt you. I have hurt everyone in here, but specifically, and most relevant in this case and conversation, you. In ways that no one should go through, and I didn't think people physically could go through and survive. Anyway, regardless, for this, I apologize. Unfortunately, on the matter of making things right, I am frankly at a loss.
Well, if the way these games go is anything to go by, it's... The violence is kind of par for the course. We all come back. As far as I know, nobody, like, actively targets anybody else or anything. Like, yeah, me waking up and then seeing you do the Saw thing was not a good look, but coming down from that, it's not too different from what usually happens. Somebody dies, we come back. Ultimately, no harm, no foul between us. But if you're looking for answers to the question of making things right, Steven, look, we can't stop the killings. Apparently a fun-sized chili sauce host needs death like we need air, but outside of that, well, just be kind, I guess. To the others, too.
Kind. Okay, I make no promises, but I can try.
We've all got our things going on. I'm a hothead. Grace is a hot ass. All that stuff. If you try to make it right for the sake of making it right, though, well, I'm sure eventually the others will come around too.
Don't give me that hope, Miss Wong.
Clearly, you're not in a good place. I'll be honest. I'm not either. But like, real talk, you don't necessarily need to hope, Stephen. You just gotta try. I mean, Junior did.
Oh my God. Serial killer. Well, since apparently it works so well for serial killers to try, might as well.
There we go. And for what it's worth, dude, sorry you went through what you did.
You know, I sense we might be going in circles. How about we just both say sorry and leave it there for now?
Well, I meant like, you know, all of this, but that works. Thanks, Steven.
Since I've been giving Denny's facts, does that mean I've been tipping you? please tip your waiters, waitresses, drivers, artists, and musicians, etc., etc. with money, but good conversation is also nice.
Oh. Mr. Gwendolyn?
Yes, Mr. Blackwood.
Are you okay?
I don't know, Mr. Blackwood. I have a stack of waffles as big as my head, and I haven't said your first name all day. I think I'm feeling great.
I'm catching you this time. That right there is sarcasm. You're being smart with me because you aren't actually feeling great. That's gotcha.
I want to be sarcastic again, but you actually picked up on it, so trying to deny it would just be a waste of energy. Yes, Percy, I'm not feeling great.
Seems like quite a few folks have lost themselves. Can't say I blame them. So, what's on your mind, you and your sadness waffles?
I don't know, Percy. Just since Doc disappeared, between him telling me that he only wanted me around when I was useful, him leaving on that note, and the alcohol, I don't know anymore.
Huh. You really looked up to the Doc, didn't you? If you don't mind me asking, what exactly was it about him that made you take a liking to him?
I don't know. He was older than me. He was a man of science, while cold. He had his wacky moments, and just gave that feel of, I can trust this man with my life. Between him and Vincent and, of course, Christine, they were the closest thing to what felt like parents to me. And now two of them are just gone.
So you thought you had a second shot at family with those three being here, and well, now that most of them are gone, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
Everything has gotten so complicated here, Percy. MG keeps trying to get better, and then relapsing, and better, then relapsing. Soon we're going to be out of here, hopefully, but there isn't anything for me after this besides death, so I'm lost, Percy. And not even a stack of waffles is helping me.
Well, there's your first problem. I mean, no offense, Mr. Gwendolyn, but I mean, that's kind of a sad display you got there with just some, plain old waffles? What, you ain't gonna add something a little to sweeten it?
Well, that's what I'm used to. Never had anything else on them. That's just the way things always have been, always will be.
And that's fine and dandy. I mean, if you like them that way, no stopping you, but... what if you tried a little strawberry jam on top of that? Give it a little more flavor, you know? Here, try this.
I'm not sure where this is going, but sure. Adding this isn't suddenly going to change how the waffles help my mood. Well, it isn't half bad, honestly. Never thought of putting jam on waffles. Or anything on waffles.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Put it this way. Y'all been looking at things the same way each and every time. It's just as simple as you're used to, I guess. Like these waffles, for instance. I mean, just a moment ago they were plain and born as sin, but... I mean, once you added a little something new to it, like some syrup, or jam, or compote, or whatnot, suddenly things change. Even if it's just a little bit.
Alright, Mr. Blackwood, so you have added flavor to my palate. Now how does that change the fact that it seems people only want me around when I'm useful?
Oh, come off it, Mr. Gwendolyn. That's just stinking thinking, ain't it? Look, you're only just thinking that way because that's what the doc said to you, right? And let's be honest, he probably said that just because, well, put it in a certain way, he didn't really have a bit of syrup himself, if you catch my drift. Maybe?
Maybe you're right, Percy. After all, you are talking to me, and I didn't think that you wanted anything else besides to find out why I was more mean than normal earlier. Sorry about that, by the way.
Water under the bridge, Mr. Gwendolyn, and after all, you were one of the first folks to reach out to me when I woke up. I mean, it's only fair that I'd reach out to you in kind. In a way, we're sort of a strange, quirky little family of our own.
Gods. I don't think a philosophical discussion with what's basically my little brother was on the plans for today. But here we are. And fuck, you're not wrong, Percy. Okay, how's about this? I should add something else and try not to focus on just what Doc said. I'll find the time to talk to Junior and see what he thinks. After all, he's a nice calm butter. Nice and easy to add to the palate to start.
I think that's a great idea, Mr. Gwendolyn. Oh, and hey, enjoy those newly flavored waffles there.
Thanks. I think I'll try and finish them and eventually talk to Junior. Well, hey, in the meantime, thank you, Percy, and take care of yourself.
I propose a toast. By that I mean, I think you should try the toast. There's just something about crunchy bread and some butter. Every culture made bread at some point. People have fought over bread. Bread made penicillin. It saved lives. All this over a loaf of bread? Yeah.
Hey, Vincent. Do you mind some company?
Oh, chair's right there. It does seem to be empty, and you do happen to have an ass that can fix that, so.
That I do. But I'll get a drink first. Actually, let's try something new. You're drinking straight whiskey, right?
Ew. Here I figured most people have had whiskey at some point. Should be on the bottom shelf there. You know, the rows of the same fucking bottle.
Oh, thanks. And I had it once when you mixed it with my coffee. Don't know if that counts.
Called an Irish coffee, and it definitely counts.
Well, it was pure gold compared to the crappy cereal coffee I've been downing for years. And done. You know, I'm starting to wonder if every restaurant in America has a bar.
God, I wish. But no, pretty sure at least half of the bars in these scenarios she either put in for me or, you know, I simply willed into existence.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Still, either way, it's a welcome break. Oh, God! That's strong!
What? Can't handle it?
No, I mean, yes, I can. Something's just take you by surprise is all. How are your eyes not watering when you drink this?
Oh, well, you see, Grace, it's fairly simple. I'm what you might call experienced in these things. I happen to think it's quite nice, actually.
Oh, right. I mean, it tastes interesting. I can grow to like it. I like the port and the tequila. Maybe I should try vodka next.
Better yet, just put it all in one big glass and see what happens.
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Oh, don't tell me you've done that.
Alright, fine then. I won't. I'll just wholeheartedly recommend it for totally not my own entertainment or anything like that.
You're insane.
You know, I've gotten that exact statement surprisingly a lot. Couldn't possibly tell you why.
No, couldn't fathom the guess. Is it better to sip this then or swig it?
Okay, honestly, I think it's better when you don't think about it too particularly hard.
Oh, gotcha. That was a mistake!
That being said, that's not exactly a shot glass. Yeah, sip the next one. It might be a good idea.
Okay, great. You're pouring the next two then.
Sounds good. My hands are much more likely to stay steady.
You're right. So, whilst you're here, do you want to talk about, stuff?
Stuff?
Yeah, stuff. Recent events, how we're feeling about said events, just stuff.
Okay. I think I see where this is going.
No, I don't. Okay, yes, that stuff.
Okay, yeah. So what do you want to talk about?
I'm a loud person, Vincent, aren't I?
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt. Not the loudest I've ever met, no, but definitely up there.
Yeah. Well, after all of this, I'm realizing it's becoming a problem. Back when it was just the four of us, and then Percy coming along, sometimes we'd all argue or shout. And that was just, how it was. But now there's others who don't like that.
I mean, I don't think anyone really likes it in the moment. Just, some folks are worse at handling it than others, I guess. If you ask me, they're gonna have to suck it up eventually, because it ain't like it's never gonna happen again.
Well, no, you're right. It was never okay.
Well, I never said that.
Right, but there's still a time and place. And I always keep picking the wrong time and places.
Usually because you're overwhelmed by one thing or another at the time.
That too, but what I'm trying to say is, everything I said at the ski lodge, that was a flood I needed to get out. But screaming it was the wrong thing to do. And what I said to you about the glass and everything, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It doesn't matter, Grace. Water under the bridge, as if there were any at all.
Well, that's nice to hear, but Vincent, I'm worried we keep cycling back to this. We fight, we cool off, and then we come back and apologize, and that's happened a lot.
Oh, yeah. We do that. It's a thing that we do, Grace. It's kind of part of who we are. I'm the big, angry, shouty guy. Remember, you happen to be the either perfectly quiet, infinitely seething girl. Like, it's who we are. Like our bare essentials.
And that's okay with you?
Grace, if it wasn't okay with me, if who you are wasn't okay with me, do you think I'd be sitting here drinking with you right now?
Why are you always right?
Byproduct of being the smartest idiot in the room.
You know what? That's valid. I'll drink to that. Cheers.
Unsolicited health advice from your Denny's waiter. If you're anxious, drink water. If you're mad, eat food. If you're both, take a nap and then drink water and eat food. Your body knows your mood too, man.
Hey, good idea, Junior. Can I get some more water over here?
Of course, Hales. You seem to be doing a bit better. I heard you calling our host a condiment. Good sign?
Well, I guess you could say that. Grace and Vinny talked to me too. Still got a couple of things eating at me regardless, though.
Oh no, Haley, this is Denny's. You should be doing the eating. Hold on, no. Oh, give me a sec. What's wrong, babe?
Well, first of all, tell that to the big gray lady that keeps devouring Grace. Sorry, Grace. But second, okay. Vinny said not to let what Doc said get to me. I know I can't instantly be like, okay, this doesn't hurt anymore, and whatever, but you know how when a bee stings you and you, put all the honey and baking powder and stuff on the thing you want, but it, still smarts?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my feelings.
So I'm guessing it hurts, but at least you put the stuff on it, so it's healing at least metaphor is already kind of obvious, yeah?
Yeah. Thing is, what he said about not caring enough to use names, it kind of stung pretty deep. Especially since, you know, Hugo. I really cared about the guy. We all did, but yeah, he was a friend, and, you know, Vinny's right. Just because someone else tells me I don't care enough doesn't suddenly make that true, but it's like, it's still pretty invalidating, you know?
As in, you can know you care, but if other people don't know, what's the point, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I'm gonna tell a story for a second. The last time I spoke to Miss Valencia Lynch, Princess Valencia Lynch, on any sort of personal level, she told me I was just like her dad, which I'm sure you're aware is a pretty big insult.
Yeah, like, wasn't her dad like some kind of Fire Emblem piss wizard or something?
I'm gonna pretend I know what that means. Being compared to a thing like that kind of hit me really hard. It was emblematic, I guess, of everything I didn't want to be. I didn't want her to think I didn't care about her or any of you. I did and still do. And then you go, well, yeah. But he asked me to do something before he left. He asked me to follow my heart. It's cheesy, but that meant continuing to care about people whether they knew it or not. We care because it's the right thing to do and people deserve it, not so that they know.
So, doing the right thing despite other people not, like, knowing?
I mean, yeah. We don't do the right thing for Cloud, just because it's right. Your plants have no idea how much you take care of them. Listen, if they need water or soil or more sun, of course, but ultimately, as long as you keep caring, they'll keep growing.
I don't want Cloud or nothing. I just want everybody to be okay.
Then keep that as your focus.
Funnily enough, Junior, that's kind of along the lines of what I just told Steven. He had his face in his pancakes.
I may have given him too many pancakes. I gave him too many pancakes.
He was buried in things. That was way too many pancakes.
Okay, yeah, no, you know what? But heartfelt conversation. That means in your heart, you already know what you're doing. And if you need outside validation, I'll give it to you. You gotta water the plants, you know, etc., etc.
Yeah, I suppose so. Appreciate that, Jujubee.
All right, I gotta get off the table.
Shoot, there wasn't like a syrup stain, was there? Sorry.
Haley, it's Denny's. Everything is covered in syrup.
While I understand the tendency to get into sticky situations, we ask that patrons be mindful of their neighbors and to please gather any stray trash from their area. I'm saying clean up after yourselves. You might not have to clean it up, but someone else does.
Looks like you also seem like you'd rather be anywhere else but here on this M.
That's not my name, and this is an odd character beat for you.
What, don't every Picasso have their blue period? I guess things just aren't going right at the moment. I mean, same could clearly be said for you, I'm guessing.
Of course not. I'm a god. All things come together as I see fit. But as the author, it's best I know all my character beats. What happened?
You know, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm fairly certain I may have been just dumped by the woman I cared for.
Oh, that's... After all the time you spent together? After you and Ezra helped keep her soul together? Generally, stories like those and... Well, happily isn't correct because humanity inevitably ends in tragedy and all that, but I was admittedly kind of hoping for an OT3.
OT what now?
Oh, right. You're a farmer from the 1950s. And also straight. Disappointing. Here I was hoping for the poly representation. Oh well.
It's a little disheartening, but it's for the best. It's okay. It's okay, right?
Well, you're human, so no. But all humanity ends in tragedy. All relationships end, whether you choose it or not. But the thing about a story is, while the ending does matter, the lead-up is arguably more important. And oftentimes that lead-up looks different from the ground than it does from up above. You hoped your story would, you know, maybe feature a princess. And that's a great fantasy, but there are other paths in front of you. Making sure your sister gets well, making a name for yourself as an artist, being the beating heart you humans need. And that's just as important, if not more so. No matter what plan you make for your life, it will never take the exact shape that it does in your head. Thoughts are malleable, reality isn't. And that's okay. There is no right path. But that means that every path can be right if you make it, you know?
Yeah, thanks, Miss M. That's some good advice. Wait, hold the phone. That's some good advice. That's some good advice right there. I knew there was some good in you. I just knew it. No!
I am not, no! Speaking as your author, in the end, I will be the one to choose your fate, and it won't matter. Even if it feels like you're choosing, I'm still the one pulling the strings, so...
Are you also the one pulling the ground beneath our feet? Because what is that anyway? Those vibrations have been happening a lot lately.
Nothing, it doesn't matter. None of it matters, it's fine.
With all due respect, is everything fine? You've been a lot more aggressive than usual. With all due respect, it's a bit worrisome, Miss M. I'm worried about you.
Is it not normal for me to be aggressive? I thought you'd understand after I shredded you in half. This is my nature. This is normal.
That's true. You did certainly do that, but the reason you shredded me in half wasn't really in your control. I mean, you were trying to have a game where folks didn't have to die that time, and well, that clearly didn't work out. It wasn't great. Horrible, actually. But it's understandable why it happened.
You can't... Percy, you can't let that go. You're supposed to fight me. You all have to fight me. You can't just tell me it's okay that I hurt you.
I can just let it go. I can just tell you that it's okay. And I don't want to fight you.
I have to make you want to. Stop! Listen, whatever advice I've given you doesn't matter. Whatever good you think I've done for you was to get a bad end. How many times do I have to say that for you to believe me?
Whatever good you've done as means to a bad end, so what? Means such as saving a veteran pilot from the brink of death, being my muse as a means to discover worlds beyond my wildest dreams, befriended an 8-year-old boy who was clearly distraught over the loss of his loved ones, assisting a young woman who was struggling with depression, by the way, stopping a writer from committing suicide, and helping us to save the very existence of Valencia. Actions speak louder than words, Miss M.
Fucking stop! I don't want to shred anybody in this fucking Denny's, and you people are making it very hard.
I know you don't.
You don't know anything! Fuck off! I am fate. I have to be fate. My words are the only words. Stop believing in me.
No, I won't.
I am going to a different booth. Do not follow me, or you will regret it.
If that's what'll make you happy.
Nothing makes me happy. That's the whole point.
There's a lot of ways to make eggs, and a lot of ways to slather butter. Sometimes you gotta be a sunny side and butter side up buddy.
Ma'am, are you ready to order?
Well, not quite. There's quite a few items on here, and I'm not quite sure what I want to get.
Well, if I may assist you, are you feeling sweet or savory?
I don't know what some of these things are, even.
Okay, well, these things on this page are mostly sweet, and these things here are mostly savory.
Okay, the French Toast Slam and the Grand Slam Slugger. Choco Nana Pancake Breakfast. Probably not. Maybe the savory side will make more sense. Oh, Mama D's pork... Mama D's pot roast bowl. Okay. Moons over my hammy?
Might I suggest something simple?
Is there anything simple here?
It's not really on the menu, Val, but I can make some strawberry crepes if you want. You know, it's the thing I could do.
That sounds good. Thank you.
Alrighty then. Okay, would you like anything else? Water, milk, lemonade?
Water's fine.
Are you sure? I can get you anything you need.
I don't need a fancy drink. I was just hoping that... Never mind.
It, sounds important. Did something go wrong today? Aside from the usual, I mean, or are you still feeling rough from when things...
No, it's... Well, things went wrong today. Everything always goes wrong. It's just... But talking about it won't help, and I'm actually doing a lot better with regards to that. I think I'm starting to learn more about myself, and others. And I was hoping to get to know some other people better, but I think I'm having some difficulty with that.
Okay. Why do you think you're having the difficulty?
Well, because we had an argument, and I regret what I said, but I'm trying to get close enough to them to talk to them about it, and I can't, because there's just something holding me back, even though everyone else is telling me he and I could get along great.
Well, maybe this guy is open to talking about it, but he also doesn't know where to start. Maybe there's something holding him back too. And it sounds like a big fight, so maybe he wanted to make sure you felt okay first. He didn't want to make you feel worse.
Is that how you really feel, Junior?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Junior. I didn't mean what I said when You aren't like him. You care about people. You take care of us. I really want... I wish I could get closer to you, but I still feel...
No, it's okay. I'm sorry too. You wouldn't have said that if I didn't hurt you in the first place. It's fine if you're still hurt and we have to take time. That's just...
No, I'm not hurt. Not like I hurt you. It was wrong of me.
Really, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, Junior, it's not fine. I need you to treat me like everyone else, like your friends. I want to be your friend. I want you to embrace yourself. Don't hide any part of you away, because everyone loves that part of you, and I want to see it too. All of it. All of you.
That's what Hugo asked me to do. I thought I was getting better at it, but I guess I wasn't. With you, I wasn't sure I could do anything.
You can, Junior. You don't have to wait for my permission to talk to me or anything silly like that. I want you to try with me.
I want to try with you. Right. Your crepes. You wanted those, right? Yeah?
Right. Yes, By the way, I hope you're doing all right.
I'm doing better right now than I have been, Val.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Y'all enjoy your food, okay?
Oh wow, that smells so good. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of pancakes.
I know. Dude, you have no idea how hungry I am. I don't know what happened. It's like right when the scenario started, my whole digestive system just booted back up again. It's a conspiracy. A food scenario conspiracy.
Well, that conspiracy wouldn't happen to involve sharing one or two of those pancakes with me?
Of course. Hold up your plate.
Oh, no. No. No.
Whoa.
Oh.
Kid.
Oh.
Kid, slow down. Slow down. You're gonna give yourself a tummy ache.
You're the one who's eating fast.
You don't have to eat faster than me. Swallow.
I bet I can eat faster than you. Heck, I bet I could eat more than you.
You know not what you say, child.
I need not know what I speak of. I follow the path of destiny with nothing but hunger in my veins.
Dost thou quarrel with me, child?
I doth squirrel with you, squire.
Do you bite your thumb, sir?
I don't bite my thumb at you, but I bite my thumb, sir.
But you bite your thumb at me.
I merely bite my thumb.
But you bite your thumb at me, yea, sir?
Nay, sir, I merely bite my thumb.
You thumb sucker.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh, muka tekuru no ka? Nuguzu ni kono ezra ni jikatsure kuru no ka?
Jikatsukanakia teme wa buchi no mesenai nda na.
On God? You're getting better at that.
Pikachu.
Junior, we need 2 triple stacks, please.
Are these just for you, or is it for both of you? Whatever's
I
going
have a
on.
score to settle.
Thorin, you're gonna get a tummy ache.
I'll die for my country.
Godspeed, Captain Lasagna.
Thank you, Sergeant Ravioli. Let's go, Colonel Tortellini.
You're on, Captain Baby Pants.
This means war.
Actually, I take back what I said about not having any more Denny's facts. I got a small booklet back here that has future facts in it, and apparently there's a diner war in 2368 that this place is involved in, and I know that now, so y'all have to too.
Steven? Oh, God. Oh, why are you covered in syrup?
Everything in this Denny's has been covered in syrup.
Right. Well, I brought you some more pancakes. Moo Johnny cakes. Maybe you can wipe it up with those.
Are the Moo Johnny cakes also covered in syrup? Because if so, there's a problem with the syrup plan.
No, actually, it's just buttermilk. The name is more corporate, trying to be cute than anything else.
I see.
Steven, so sticking your face like that is... I don't think that's how they eat them in France, so I'm guessing you do not want these pancakes.
I have wanted none of these pancakes.
I can take them back if you want me to.
Well, what I want is to either suffer because I 100% deserve it, or to get to a point in this revelation that I'm a murderer, that everyone else is, where it's apparently that's just fine. In fact, it's so fine. They've done murders before. You're a serial killer, apparently. Like, that's supposed to make me feel better.
It doesn't even make me feel better, and the rest of that also makes a lot of sense. Listen, we can hem and haw all day about how we're supposed to feel about being serial killers and regretting it or whatever, but that's You know what? I'm sorry that people keep using me to bring it up.
Great, okay, thank you. While we're at it, I'm sorry I am one. Both in and out of whatever this game is. I understand if you're still trepidatious even after that, but I am really not feeling like talking about serial killing more in this Denny's.
Dude, Denny's is not the place to talk shop. We had lives too, you know. In fact, hold on, let me just... Are you down to talk about stuff that's just not that?
Talking about literally anything else might help, yes.
Alright, so... I know you were an actor. No, we're not going down any roads here. I used to be a stagehand before all of this, and I always thought the actors looked really cool. What's it like actually being on stage?
It's, I don't mean for this to sound negative per se, but blinding. Oh yes, the stage lights are often far too bright and directly in your eye line, but that's not the kind of blinding I'm talking about. It's just, you're there, in the moment. Having built up every single moment up, day by day, and you live it like it's brand new, 8 times a week. Everything else just stops. Fairly glamorous sounding, I'm aware. My job is the easy part. It's the stage hands and all the rest that put in the blood, sweat, and tears.
I'm flattered, but it really makes us all happy to see things go good for you guys. Yeah, it's a bit more thankless and really stressful while the show's happening. Listen, I've had to literally sprint backstage with bundles of equipment in my hands and still stay quiet, but seeing people having enjoyed the whole experience of the theater is just a massive joy. Dude, you guys put in a lot of work. I mean, we put in a lot of work. It makes a real good experience for the audience.
Yes, honestly, there have been times I got so wrapped up in everything I forgot there even was an audience. I mean, well, I guess what I mean is, do you know how people advise those with stage fright to imagine the audience in their underwear?
Mm-hmm.
It never helps. Never helps. Then you're just picturing a crowd of people so confident in their ability to judge you, they showed up in their underwear. If you pretend there's no audience, period, well, then there's no worry about who's judging you.
Okay, you know what? That actually makes a lot more sense than the underwear thing, because, like you said,
right?
It just... I did never see the audience until after everything was happening, so I just wondered how you guys got past that.
I mean, whatever worked. I was rather used to funny, judgmental looks, and Englishmen living in France and all that.
Right, yeah, France. What was that like, you know? I know a bit about what it was like in modern day, but not so much before that.
Oh, it was very advanced, I say, knowing you have quite a few years ahead of me, and my perception of advanced is, let's say, be polite and say a little bit off. Smog everywhere in the bad parts of town, construction on great machines in almost every street, people just adoring Jules Verne. Oh my god, Jules Verne. His influence was everywhere, from the rockets to the street lamps. Oh, and the coffee. So delicious. When I could get it. If they detected a hint of an accent, they wouldn't serve me.
I am remiss to ask, did you ever try to do a French accent to get your coffee?
You know, I was much better at it when I lived in France.
May I hear it?
You are going to judge me.
Cross my heart, I will not judge you.
Alright, very well, here we go. Bonjour. One coffee with cream, s'il vous plaît?
Ah, merci bien. Sounds fine to me, but I'm not exactly an authority. I know like 2 words in French.
Oh, I was just very lucky that most of them were bilingual.
Sounds like it. Well, I'm technically still on the clock, so I gotta get back to my other tables, but you take care, alright? And if you ever just want to chat about literally anything else, I'm here.
Thank you, Junior. I appreciate it. Here's hoping things get better from here.
I I don't know why you guys keep letting me use the radio. Most of it isn't even all that useful. I like doing it though. It's fun. Kind of relaxing even. So, thanks for letting me do it. Have a good 3 a.m.
That was sweet. Hey, you doing all right? You look a little, red.
What? No, I'm great. Things are great. Everything is fine.
Yeah? You sure about that?
Of course, I'm sure about that. Why do people keep asking me that?
Because you have that tone of voice where things are super not great, but you're too stubborn to talk to anyone about it?
There's nothing to discuss. You're all human. I am a god in control of everything. This is fine.
Yep. And you certainly seem to be in control, all right. Couldn't help but notice Junior had that face where he's very upset, but can't possibly talk about it.
Imagine Junior not dealing with his emotions. Amazing.
Whew. Yeah. We don't talk about that one as much. He's getting better. So you sure you're okay? Couldn't help but overhear that conversation with Percy, and you went real hard on Steven there.
I'm just doing my job, right? Playing my role? Isn't that what I'm meant to do?
Yeah, you are. You're correct. You got me there. Just, however, since we're just having a friendly conversation here, a conversation between man and God, these things happen. Call it a prayer. You'll humor me, right?
I suppose.
And since you're humoring me, and you'll listen to my, begrudged prayer, I do ask upon you that within our previous conversation, you did hold some doubt.
Maybe, but a god isn't supposed to have doubts. So, I've simply decided to not have those anymore.
Explain.
I will grudgingly admit I was unsure of where this was going at first. But I can see now that me knowing or not doesn't matter. If I need answers, I can make them come to me.
So you're going your own direction again?
Well, we were always going in my own direction. Obviously, there's no other way this can go.
And those answers that you're pulling, are they the ones that you're looking for, that you want?
They have to be.
Does that make sense?
What does it matter if it does?
Because what's an answer if it's not true?
I'll make it true. That's what matters.
Lottie.
What?
Do you remember what we talked about?
Yes, but it doesn't fit the framework.
So you will make every answer but your own.
They're all my answers, obviously, so it doesn't really matter.
No, Lottie. Stevens was wrong. Everything about that wasn't right. It wasn't in your framework. I know your framework. I've had to play it 10 times over. I don't even know what you did. And right now, I don't know if I can even talk about it, or if we can even talk about this. Clearly, this is obviously not your answers, not the author that I've been reading.
Well, we both know the old framework wasn't working, right? Something has to change.
That sounds like an excuse.
It's not an excuse! I'm playing my part! I'm doing what you said! I'm doing what I have to do.
No, you're right. You are. But make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. I don't think you want to be a liar.
No, it's fine. I won't be. I can't be. I already told you. I'm a god. I'm fate. So it's impossible for me to lie. Actually, you know what? You know what? What am I even doing? Fuck it. Fuck this. Fuck you.
Holy smokes!
Oh my god. Why is this here?
Oh, not again!
Here I thought you didn't want to commit a violence in the Denny's.
You know what? Shut up. Shut up. Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck off. Denny's is closed. Everybody get the fuck out.
So that was bad, right? That was really bad. That's unstable. It's unexpected. It's worse than normal.
Dare I ask how bad this is compared to normal?
So much worse. Mostly because it's unpredictable.
Yeah, so remember when I said this was like San Francisco? This is actually if like San Francisco and the Hindenburg had a baby, and then that baby had a baby with the Great Depression.
What's wrong with San Francisco?
Oh, you know what's wrong with San Francisco.
Oh, never mind. Look, Vincent, come here. This is getting a little bit,
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Fuck, wow. She really did that. Well, I can't say I didn't ask for it, but fuck.
Vincent, Oh, okay. This isn't...
Alright, guys, don't worry. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, right?